All right, everybody, it's podcast time. Ferocious Falcons coming in with the flock.
Sinclair, staying sinful.
Blackwing Luigi inspires the game. Bang bang.
Cosmic Stain Step.
Spagooty bringing in the boot.
AFW Squad bringing the hype.
Yo, what's up, everyone? Hello and welcome to our second Smash and Cast podcast. I'm your host, Ferocious Falcons, and I've been streaming for almost a year. It's going to be a year in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 days. It's going to be 1 year of streaming. And I am joined here with a couple of fantastic streamers. I hope the chat can hear me. I hope they can hear me.
Wait, let me test it.
Hope they can hear me.
Yeah, I heard your voice.
Oh, okay, all right. We good.
Yeah.
All right, so we are joined here by these amazing streamers. I'm gonna go ahead and let them introduce themselves.
No.
So,
Don't do that.
Yeah.
I want to introduce myself.
why do you want to?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm X. I've been streaming for about 6 years, going on 7. Had a different account, and now I'm streaming on X. Pretty long.
I think you're our longest streamer here, yeah.
Yes, he is.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, he old.
Cosmic Floyd.
Very good.
Guys, my name is Cosmic Floyd. I've been streaming for a year and a half now, and I've been loving every single moment of it.
Blackwing.
My name is Blackwing Luigi, aka This Is God, from my other account. I've been streaming for a year and a half now.
Long, pretty long. Goody.
What's up, guys? Spagooty here. I've been streaming for about 2 years, on and off. Started in like 2016. Took a little bit of a break, but I've been back now consistently for about, I want to say like 8 months, 9 months. It's been going great.
And last but not least, AFW.
My name's AFW. I'm a 44-year-old smoker.
Never mind. Hello guys, I'm here to tell you. I'm probably the youngest out of all these guys over here. Pleasure having me, Ferocious Falcon. And I've been a streamer for about 2 years. Actually, going 3 years by the time June.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
All right, we're just gonna jump like literally right into this because talking about starting a stream or talking about building communities or networking, any of that stuff, it takes a lot of time to talk about it, especially the networking part, because I feel like that's what people who start off streaming, that's what they lack, like the networking side. So we're gonna have some text on the bottom of the screen right there, starting a stream. And the question that we were answering are, what are some important equipment that you need to start off a stream? Like, what is the most important equipment? Like, personally, I think having like 2 things: having the best possible computer that you can afford and the best internet. Those 2 things are like that's it. If you don't have those, you will crumble, and it's really hard because it does cost money to get these things.
Yeah.
You know.
I feel like it also depends on your locale, because a lot of different places you live at don't provide that many ISPs, and ISP is important as well.
Yeah, and that whole thing about net neutrality now.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Let's not talk about that. Let's not
No.
talk about that.
But yeah,
Let's not talk about.
that's like a whole nother thing.
Forget it, move on. Nah, I agree with Tonka. I believe that internet and great PC are great things to have, as well as a webcam and a mic in order to engage with your audience.
Mm-hmm.
I think more mic than webcam.
At the
I
minimum.
think mic is more than a webcam, in my opinion.
I feel like if you have a mic but not a webcam, you can at least still, talk.
Interact.
Yeah, you can interact with a webcam, but can you imagine like you're just dead silent? You're just like,
Yeah, you're just a mime at that point.
Yeah, I feel like a mic is the most important part, because like when I first started streaming, I had like a laptop that I got that was really old. So I had like an old camera, but I'd rather have good audio than good visual. So I basically had my first stream was actually garbage. I streamed Melee Dolphin on my first stream, and it was laggy. but at least my voice was good. So I definitely feel like you should definitely get the 4 things that I would recommend: a computer, a Galto, Yeti, actually not Yeti, like a mic in general, and a camera. Those are the 4 things I would think you should have, and a laptop or desktop.
I agree with all of that, but don't feel discouraged if you don't have the best computer or the best, equipment that you think you need to stream, because everybody starts somewhere. Like I personally am streaming from a Mac, which I don't recommend. I don't recommend you go home, get out there and say, oh, I want to start streaming and buy a Mac. Please don't.
Oh yeah,
it's a real hassle.
We all remember your laggy ass days.
He can tell. He can tell you exactly what it's like to stream with a Mac. I think everyone here streams with, Windows except for Spagooty.
No, I streamed a portion of mine in a Mac.
Yeah.
And how did you like it?
But it discouraged me a lot, I must say. But I kept it going with a lot of help from the community. They helped me figure out the best way to do this kind of stuff. And yeah. But yeah, good computer definitely is worth it though.
No, but I will tell you this much. A camera is definitely important. You don't have to really obsess over having a green screen. That's something I kind of wanted at some point, but then I realized, I've seen people like fight get ridiculous amount of viewers even prior to him being champion in tournaments or whatever. So a green screen is not a necessity, but you definitely want to get towards that point where you have a mic, and a camera. Because that way you can interact with your community more, and also get used to the fact that you're gonna have to, in fact, interact with your camera. Where a lot of streamers have that issue where they have the camera on and they just, they for the most part they disregard the chat and they just, keep doing the stream, and that's not how to go about it.
Yeah, and also I feel like when you first start streaming, you should stream what you have. Like when I first started, I grabbed a broken pair of headphones, like Turtle Beaches, used that as a mic, and Apple headphones. And throughout the 3 years of streaming, I just got a job, I got donations and stuff like that, and I used that to get the fancy gadgets that I have now, So like the mic. So I feel like you shouldn't get the equipment and then stream. I feel like you stream right away and then develop your fan base, and then when you have all the equipment, your fan base will be like set, so you don't have to wait,
Yeah, look at me, they still stream with a earbud.
Yeah. I mean, I think you can set your mic till it can't hear your stream, even when it can't like hear what's coming out of your TV, because it used to echo for me, and then I did something, and it doesn't do it anymore.
Noise gate.
You would need to, a noise gate. And basically what that's doing is that it's opening and closing, and it's only picking up sound that's loud enough that whatever the threshold is that you set it at, if the threshold is really low, then it'll pick up everything, but if it's high, it's only going to pick up your voice. It's not going to pick up minor noises in the back because it will be closed.
Did you just axe commercials yourself?
What?
What?
No?
Oh my god.
Oh, I saw it. Yeah.
He low-key just sprayed himself. That low sponsorship right there. Oh my
now we
god.
have to blur that out.
Yeah, I gotta blur you.
Yeah.
Only you for that one part.
We'll edit that out. This isn't live.
But talking about the whole camera thing, there are streamers out there. I've seen like a really big streamer who doesn't use webcam.
Yeah,
Lyric.
nothing.
What was it? Lyric?
doesn't use webcam.
Exactly, and they got, I don't know if it's boy or girl, don't want to assume genders, but they got tons of people watching them, tons, and it's like, dang. But I'm pretty sure it took them quite some time to build up that kind of community to watch them.
Right.
You're not gonna, if you start off with no webcam and you're just brand new, I'm pretty sure people aren't gonna flock
unless
to you
you're
right
that
away.
guy that broke that world record for that,
Exactly.
that random thing, then everyone's gonna want to tune in and be like, who's this crazy person that I don't even know what he looks like,
Mhm.
Is he a legend? Is he a myth?
Scarce.
Is he a myth or a legend?
Does his voice sound sexy?
Oh yeah, if you have
Did I just assume
you have a good voice, that's also really good too. I remember I went into one person's stream, they had the deepest, crispest voice ever. I don't know if it wasn't a voice changer, definitely wasn't, and I was just like instantly I felt relaxed as soon as I went in. I was just like, oh god, yes.
And at that point, Taco changed affiliations.
When you should have seen me when I first started streaming. I was like 15, so my voice was really high. Cosmic might remember because he's been watching me for a while. But when I first started streaming, I my voice was so high because I was like still going through puberty, and my face was chubby. It was really bad.
That's really interesting because you got to see viewers get to see the transition of you.
Yeah, Birch is
Exactly.
Birch
They
is
get to
actually
know with you.
asked
They
me.
get to
Literally.
see the testosterone kicking in.
Yeah, Birch is has been watching me since 2016, so he knows.
Didn't you show a video for your first ever podcast or at first ever like Twitch video?
Well, I mean, like the clip wasn't like the first when clips came around. It didn't come around to like early 2016, I think.
And that's when you got it.
Yeah, around there.
Someone said that a lot of speedrunners don't use face cams. I believe, yeah. It's
Yeah.
true.
Well, that's probably also when they're speedrunning or playing that specific game and focusing on speedrunning because they want to focus on the actual just gameplay. And maybe they'll stream something else, or when they end their stream, they'll show you themselves talking to the viewers. But yeah.
Some
Depends what you're
other
playing.
some other fancy equipment that you could use, which I don't have it, but I know AFW and Spagooty have it, is the box. What is it called? The
Stream Deck.
the
Oh, the
Stream
Stream
Deck.
Deck. Yeah.
That thing, dude, I want that thing. I want it so
That thing,
bad.
It performs
Pretty
like
awesome.
I've heard.
It's like in when you put together a stream, you make little scenes and stuff, and you can click on those scenes and it changes. So that box, what it does is it allows you to like just press a button right here live, and you can instantly switch to another scene, like back and forth, really fast, and you
can
don't have to
also
like
send
look through
tweets
it.
and stuff like that from it,
Yeah.
too.
They just updated it so it works with Streamlabs too now.
Oh
Yeah.
snap!
You could also type in chat, so you could have like a list command, you could have next, you could have, and an ID, current song. Current song is the one that I really use a lot because if there's troll songs that are being played on my chat, while I'm playing Smash, my hands are pretty occupied. I can quickly just hit the button and see, and then if it's something bad or something with curse words that I don't want being played, I can just hit skip song.
I think I'm
Pretty-
pretty that's the main reason why I've been avoiding to have like songs on my stream for life
Yeah.
because I used to get so many troll songs when I first did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I keep getting troll songs as well.
Yo, Spagooty, Nassim's your biggest fan, dude.
Oh, is he?
Dude, I'm
Yeah.
getting like,
Oh my goodness.
Trosh, your fans or viewers are like hitting on me, man.
I can tell. I told you to pop the collar. You popped it, so.
Alright, hold on. Wait, no, I'm just kidding.
Oh, oh. Oh,
Collar, wait.
you almost did it.
Shall we move on to the next question?
I just want to talk about one more thing about maybe monitors and stuff. Monitors and like the pricing of certain equipment. Like you can get a pretty good PC for probably around like $600 that can run an okay stream. Like my PC.
No, look,
Yeah, you can.
but not the
Just,
best.
Just lower it.
exactly.
Yeah, that's what
If you're looking, if
How are
you're
you?
$600, $700.
yeah.
for me to build my own computer, I wasted like grand 200.
So you built your own?
Yeah.
I built my own too.
I'm looking forward to
I
building my
think-
own one day.
Building your own, it's
Join the
cheaper
PC
and
master
it's
race.
upgrade.
I feel like building my own computer, I feel like I could do it, but I feel like it takes a lot of time and like focus.
It did take a lot of time.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it's worth
so-
it though.
Yeah, Cosmic Floyd really just helped me out. He helped me pick my computer out, so I'm thankful for you, Cosmic. Mwah! Mwah!
I bought mine pre-built. This computer was 1,200
Hey, Zavis.
or 1,300, and it was on sale too. It was like $250 less than it actually was. So
Oh.
I was just like, "Yep, steal."
Your
kinda.
streams are great, so like
Well,
Well,
it's doable.
you know.
I'm
You
the
still
only
gotta
one
mess around
here
with
running
settings.
With an ancient ass computer. I'm gonna tell you that much. I don't even know how my computer still streams, to be honest. I have no idea. It's like from 2000 and whatever the hell. It's really old.
Well, hey man, if it hasn't kicked the dust yet, keep saving and keep using it.
It's kicking dust alright. And every now and then you see a big chunk of fluff just come out like, it put me out of my misery.
And mine's at 1,300, 1,400, I believe.
Yeah,
13,
it's a pretty
14.
expensive computer, but hey, it's really good though.
Yeah, it really is. For a computer that's pre-built, it's pretty nice. It's just the RAM isn't as good as I wanted it to be, though.
What
Why?
webcams do you guys
What's
use?
that?
I use
This-
Logitech HD 1080p.
this- Yeah.
Mine is
I use
the
the same one.
C920.
C920.
C922.
Mine's a.
I'm actually thinking of going
Mine's,
to the Brio.
mine's a HD 1080p Logitech.
I feel like you can't go wrong with Logitech. So many streamers use Logitech, and it's at an
a good
okay price. It is an okay price,
Yeah.
definitely, and it
For
has
what
its,
you're paying for, it's good.
it has its own built-in mics too. Like if you don't have a microphone, I mean they're pretty crappy, but it's better than
There.
It picks up everything.
It does pick up everything. You're gonna need that noise gate to the max.
Oh yeah.
I used to use a
What's
built-in
funny is that
webcam.
The best mic that I have is coming through I think it's like a $29.99 creative camera webcam, and it has a banging mic, but the webcam itself sucks mighty. You know what?
Can you combine both, like, and cut off the webcam part and just use the mic?
I cut off the webcam part, and then I just put Logitech on, and then the mic.
You gotta
on the
get
other
creative.
one.
Gotta get
Yeah,
creative.
you gotta, man. You gotta.
The mic I use is the Blue Snowball. It's really
That one's
cheap.
good. That
It's
one's
a really
cheap.
mic,
yeah.
and it's really good.
A lot of starting streamers use the Blue Snowball because of the fact that it's so cheap, and it is really good. It's a good mic. Definitely would recommend that.
I've got the Yeti.
I got the Yeti too.
Yeah, I have the same one AFW has.
Damn, all these
Yeti.
people
The Blue-
talking about
the Blue-
getting
the
stuff
Blue
and having
franchise
money
is
for
pretty
stuff, you know? I'm over here about to go homeless. Why don't y'all freaking house me for a bit, you know?
Actually, Taku, I actually want to go to your webcam, the Audio Technica, because that brand is pretty good too.
Wait, the Audio
Audio Technica is a good brand.
Audio Technica,
I'm thinking of going to that one.
Audio Technica is really good.
2020.
I actually need to do a noise reduction here, otherwise you guys would hear everything. Like if I were to use a bathroom right there,
Oh,
you
yeah,
guys
you
can
told
probably
me.
hear that. So it's a very, very sensitive mic.
Yeah, there was a point that we could hear your AC, right?
Yeah, right now the AC's on. I have to do that noise gate. Can you guys hear it?
No.
No.
Yeah, I had to do that. If I didn't, like, it'd be like, like,
Yeah.
it'd be. That's why these mics are very sensitive. I think I just have it in my description if you want to look at any of the computer stuff that I use or anything at all. It's all there.
I think if I left that in my description, somebody would get depression. They just look at my stuff and go.
Anyways.
Someone says they hear my computer fan. Don't lie. You hear my AC. I just turned it off. I bet you won't be able to hear it now.
My computer fan is on bearing balls.
Oh gosh.
Oh no.
What kind of green screen is that?
That
AFW?
laugh was so
It's
maniacal.
a Galta green screen.
Oh, Elgato screen screen? You
That's
like
the
it?
one that you can pull up. Like,
Yeah, it's
you
you
just
pull up
and down.
Put it down. It's really
Oh,
nice.
I would like that. That would be perfect.
How much was it?
It was like 180.
Dang.
It's expensive.
That is expensive.
Yeah.
But hey, it's portable. You can just go anywhere with it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Not like
like,
ours.
But still.
yeah,
80.
mine is nailed to my wall basically. Like, not even joking. It doesn't move. This thing never moves.
When I have dual streams, since I have two green screens now, I have this one set up, and I'll take the second sheet and tie it up to the end of this, and then I would attach it to the wall, so I have like a whole entire wall just green, and my friend will look on the other side. It's really nice.
That's cool.
Oh my God.
You know, you could record it like bits or pieces with the background obviously being, you know, fake, but make like a video of yourself doing something amazing with that in the background. You could do something like that.
Literally just reminded me that I have to record this. Like, you saying the word record, I was like, whoops. No, it's okay. The VOD will be saved. But I just
Sure,
wanted to
sure.
have it
I mean, you can
recording.
just download the VOD.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Just use that.
I just started recording now just in case.
Just in case.
Yep, just in case
You
for now.
Hello, people just tuning in on
Yeah.
YouTube.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Hey, everyone just tuning in.
Hey.
Welcome back.
All right, we're gonna move on to the next question here. And oh god, that's not the question. Oh my god, that is some random thing that just
Opened up the wrong folder.
Uh-oh.
The question basically is what are your
users Taku
what are your
videos.
goals? Like, what are you
Goals?
what are your goals when you start streaming? You always
To
want
be
to
like
have
Ferocious
goals.
Times.
Oh dang.
Yay!
Oh,
That
dude.
honestly is one of my
I would
goals.
say my goal is
Oh.
probably like a lot of other people's goals as well, is to be partnered one day
Yeah.
and to build a really successful community.
Yeah, those are some good goals. You need to have goals when you start streaming. I know, like, I'm trying to help someone right now, because like people come to me and they ask me for help. They're just like, hey man, you know, how can I start streaming? How can I do these things? And they literally have no goals. I tell them like, all right, so why do you want to start streaming? Like, why do you want to start streaming? They're just like, oh, you know, I just want to do it as a side thing, like as a hobby. I'm like, do you want to go anywhere with it? They're just like, yeah, I do, but you know, if it doesn't kick off that fast, it's all right, because they make these excuses that it's like, oh, it's just a side thing. I got my real job over here, and if they want to see results, they need to jump into it. They need to get in and they need to make goals, even if they're the little goals like 100 followers and just 10 concurrent viewers at a time, and try and hold that, or like 5 concurrent views if it's your first time.
Also, I'm a really big fan of the affiliate program because a lot of new streamers can, like us, like at the time, or just small streamers in general, can set a pretty small goal, and it's actually obtainable, and like it feels good to actually have those even 3 concurrent viewers, because I'm sure when we all started off, we didn't have 3,
Yeah.
But
I started off, it was pretty rough. I mean, like when I first started streaming, one person did come like 15 minutes into the stream, and I was so happy. I was like, yo, what up, man? You want to fight? Let's go.
Attention to them. Yeah.
I was like, let's go, man, right now. I remember their name was Daytona Boots. I haven't seen them in a long time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I know that is.
Yeah.
I know who that is.
I don't.
Really, really good Roy player, but
He plays PM now.
I feel like it depends on the game you stream to. Yeah, definitely, it depends on the game you stream. If you have your goals should definitely vary around the game you stream.
Yeah.
Like, you have to be in communities. You have to be if you stream like PUBG, you have to be in like the PUBG community or Fortnite or whatever. You need to just be in there, and you need to be known, because if no one knows who you are and they see who you streaming, and they're just gonna be like, well, I mean, there's you, or there's this top player here who won like 15 times in a row first place. Like, I'm gonna go to this guy.
Well, I mean, the thing I've seen is if you see a top player, streaming, and all of a sudden you go to them, you're like, oh damn, I see him playing, and then you finally go to the stream and they're uncharismatic and they're uninteractive. After a while, yeah, you're gonna be like, oh damn, they play well, but they're not really interested.
Exactly.
So then all of a sudden they jump to you. Maybe you got like, I don't know, 5 viewers. Maybe you got 0, whatever. And then they see you, and you, no matter if there's 0 people, you're sitting there talking about something. Oh, that was neat. Da, 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 da. Then they're gonna, I'm gonna stick around because this guy's got personality. So that's what you need to drive through. For as far as me with goals, I from the get-go when I started streaming, my goal was just to play and have fun with it. And eventually, if I do manage to bring some of the community that I had from Japan and Puerto Rico over, then start making the community thrive here in Twitch, which took me a long time, about 2 years to be exact, by getting in touch with people from the US, like Haku or Gitaro or so on and so forth, and just telling everybody, hey, make the Smash 4 community grow, because there is no Twitch Smash community. And so my goal was just to amplify the community. It wasn't really necessarily a specific goal towards me.
So for someone starting out, literally, like if they had the equipment, they had all this stuff, and they're just like, man, what do I do? Like, what should be the first goal? They haven't streamed, they haven't done anything. Like, what do you think their first goal should be?
Reach 100 followers.
I think
Make an account, come up with a name.
That's a good one.
Come up with a decent brand.
I feel like when you first start streaming, what used to keep me motivated was follower goals. So I would consistently stream to get 100 followers, and I was like, finally got 100, thank God. And I was like so happy. So I feel like the follower goals makes smaller streamers appreciate it a little more.
Yeah.
Now that when you're like a little bigger, like now we're in the thousands range, I feel like it's more like the hundreds don't really matter anymore to us. Now it's like thousands now. That makes sense.
I disagree like, a little bit. Like every follower to me matters. Like I'm just happy to like have anybody hit that button, because that means somebody kind of went out of their way and said, I'd like to check this guy out again sometime. They're not donating, they're not subbing, but it's still like adding viewership to your channel, and it's still just showing that somebody's there. But but I see what you're saying. Like when you're in the thousands, it's like. Yeah,
I don't mean like every follower is like useless. I mean like every follower is important, but goals wise.
Right. Yeah.
When you reach 1,000 followers, like 2,000 followers is more important than 2,200 followers.
When I hit my first 100, I was so excited, man.
When I
think
actually
above all that, irrelevant. Followers are irrelevant. All of that is irrelevant. The point that you want to come through in the beginning is always you develop a positive mindset for you while you're playing. Period. That's what you want. You start streaming, there has to be a positive mentality for you to expect a negative outcome, but have positive results. So if you come into the stream and you're looking to, I want to be a top well, whatever. Look, that's not gonna happen right away unless you hit some kind of goal or luck. You instead make it a positive interaction. You stream one viewer, great, whatever, but don't set a goal that is imperative to materialism. Just set it for you as a positive outlook. So that way, I'm playing a game and I'm sharing it with one person that might not be able to play it because they live in, Afghanistan, or freaking Australia doesn't have this game, or, so on and so forth. And they come to your stream and they'll be able to see it. That's how you got to look at it.
Or like also to not dwell on like how many are in your channel at the moment. Like you only have 2 viewers and you're like, or less. You have 0 viewers, or you have 1. You have Nightbot. And it's like, oh man, I don't want to play this anymore. Yeah, but like you shouldn't let that deter you from playing the game that you love.
Yeah,
you should be doing it because you love it. Yeah, and
but-
eventually people will come if they see that you have that passion, or that you really enjoy playing the game, because it shows. It really shows your emotions. If you're not having a good time, why should anyone else want to stay and watch you not have a good time?
Yeah, and you can't fake it either. You really can't. Like, you think you're good at, if you think you're starting out streaming, you think you're good at faking, like, being hype or, excited about something. It actually shows if you're really excited. People can see it in your eyeballs. They'll be able to look you in the soul, unless you don't have a webcam, but they'll hear your soul, or if you don't have a mic either.
The viewers can read your souls like this, dude.
Yeah.
They can, instantly.
No lie.
They're hard
No lie.
readers.
I get overhyped over everything. Let's be honest.
You do.
But is that fake?
No, it's not fake.
Nah,
Like
it's
at
real.
Buffalo Wild Wings,
I've
I'm like,
watched it for a long
yo,
time.
Parmesan Buffalo
It's
Wings,
real.
let's go.
So that's the difference.
I personally share my energy when I'm streaming, just because that's the way I like to spend it. But once I'm done, I'm definitely, as you can tell, I'm definitely more mellow. I'm just mellowed out, because I like to spend my energy that way, since personal reasons. That I prefer to, when I'm on stream, just be like, hey, yo, what's up? But once I'm off stream, I'm a completely different person. Everybody knows. I still have a big ass mouth, that's for sure. But
So to bring this back to like the whole, what are your goals? Like, a good goal that you can have when starting out the stream is to, make it something about the viewers. You can be like, my goal is to make every viewer that comes in here feel excited and happy and want to live life. That is like an amazing goal. Because if you try to do that to people, they're going to be like, yo, I want to be here more. I want to hang out here more, because this is where it's at.
That's one of my goals too, is like when I start my stream, I want people to kind of like come in excited, ready to see the stream start, or like when I end the stream, they're happy that it happened and they're looking forward to the next one. And I want to leave impressions on that on newer and just more and more people each stream.
Yeah, that's why like every follower I get, I always like try to show like, because whenever they get a follower, people are like, all right, it's whatever. Like thank you for follow. I try to make it so unique. What I'll do is like, if you guys don't know, I'll play the Ocarina every time someone follows, and I feel like when I do that, every streamer is like, wow, I'm a streamer. Every viewer is like, wow, I've never seen anyone do this before. This guy really does take time. So like little things like that will like make you more enjoyable to like watch. It makes more of a personal connection because you're doing it for that person,
Right.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
now that we talked about goals for them, like, what are your goals now, guys? Like, what is your main goal for your channel now? For me personally, I am working on diving into a new community, and I've been doing this for some time now. I'm literally working with people. I mean, I'll give you guys a little sneak peek. It's VR chat. That's a thing, right? So I'm just saying, I am literally working with some big people right now, and I'm trying to network my way into growing a side community that I will then merge with my community now, and grow myself and them even more.
That'd be amazing, yeah.
So
But
that is
one
my
question.
personal goal.
Do you know the way?
Oh, do I know that way? Do you know that way?
Do you know the way?
we
Oh my
must rescue that queen.
Can't believe that actually came out on the stream. Like, I never thought that
brothers.
that was gonna be here.
Do you know the way?
So what are some of your goals before we move on?
Some of my goals now would probably be to probably reach a higher follower goal, and to just engage as much as I can with chat, even if not that many people are talking.
Hold up. Let me address something real quick, since somebody asked. The reason I wear a mask was because I had a stalker in Japan and whatnot, and that stopped but the mask thing became a persona and a gimmick, and so I still wear it. I ain't afraid of diddly squat, because if you meet me in person and you try something stupid, I'm gonna beat your ass.
Oh,
But the point-
I
the
mean,
point
you know,
is-
yeah.
The point is that it's not gonna be. It's not because of what you're thinking. It's just because it became a gimmick, it became a personality, and anybody that wants to do that for streaming and for Twitch or YouTube, it becomes a good opportunity. What I found out is if you have your full face covered, it becomes a little bit more difficult to interact with your community because they want to see more mouth movement, eye movement, or whatever. And so over time, I took off my eyes so people could see my eyes, and then now I have this mask so they can see my face. But so if you want to get a mask per se and you're not comfortable with interacting, try to make it so that your mouth is viewable and your eyes are viewable, and that'll be okay.
I actually remember watching you for the first time, Sin Cara. You had the full mask on. You didn't have the mouth exposed or the eyes
I
exposed at all.
remember
Man,
To go
that
back
was
to
a long
the-
time ago.
To go back to the goals, just to stay on track a little bit.
Yeah.
For me, I'm trying to build the concurrent viewership. I feel like it's growing a little bit personally, but I still feel like I can get it a little bit higher. So that's just something simple. Then I just want to hit simple goals and feel like I've accomplished something and kind of move on.
And we can go deeper. We can go deeper in this because I can ask you guys, how are you getting your goals? But we're trying to time the questions out because we have set questions to ask and answer. So I don't know. Maybe this how will be answered in a later thing.
Well, I mean, my current goal right now, obviously, as you guys know, I'm going on hiatus. So, but after that, my goal will be to get back up and running and get back out on the scene. But as it stands, I just unfortunately have to go on hiatus. So.
And my goal is so in my stream I have a currency. If you guys don't know, I have rubies as a currency on my stream. So what I want to try to do is to try to make a system where the rubies actually are more important. So people are just like, oh, rubies, who cares? What I want to try and do is I want to make a store on my stream. So what this would be like, I would have in Ocarina of Time, you walk in the store, you see the guy behind the counter and the shelves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What I want to do is have me behind the counter, and the shelves have for example, they can buy a sound command for specifically them. So if they want a sound command, example, in Splatoon the guy goes woomy,
Yeah.
thing. Maybe they can purchase that sound command, and then the people who purchase it are the only ones that can use it.
Oh.
So my goal is try to develop a store kind of way, So people,
So your currency can mean something.
yeah. So for example, people make they'll use it for song questing and stuff like that. Because I want people to actually, because if you're staying in the stream, you actually earn the rubies. So if they stay in the stream, they're like, all right, I want to get this, so might as well just stay in the stream for a little bit longer,
Yeah.
So
That's really
my
cool
goal.
and creative.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah,
being creative
that's
is
pretty
good.
much what I was talking about before the last time we were streaming, about just making sure you have interactivity, between the fans and you.
Which is Simbits.
Bite me.
Another goal, is really quick, is for me to get a PC so that I can get my own currency system and get the bots that you guys use because they're not available on Mac. Don't use Mac to stream, guys.
Yeah, no. I did it
All
for
right.
a month. Don't.
For real, don't. So
Beauty supports this message. Anti-Mac.
the next question that we're gonna answer here is, what is your stream focus? Now, what does that mean? What is the focus of your stream? Because some people, they stream multiple games, and when you're going into streaming, you need to know what type of streamer you're gonna be. Are you gonna be a chilled streamer? Are you gonna be a hyper energy streamer? Are you gonna be that rage guy in the background? You gotta know what your stream focus is gonna be on, and it's very important, including are you gonna play multiple games, or are you gonna play one singular game? How is your stream gonna be run?
My focus on my stream is, okay, so what I'll do is for the week, I don't like having scheduled games because I don't want people coming that specific day to play me. I'd rather them come to the stream for me. So what I'll do is throughout the week I'll have random games. I'll have my single games, I'll play a story game, and some days I'll have community games like Quiplash and stuff like that. But the main things I want to do is I like to keep it unique. I want to create skits and stuff like that. During live, this is all improv what I do. One time I dressed up as Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, I remember.
And I ran and I was swinging through there. And then one time I ran through a maze. And then one time, this was recently, I had my masked sword and Highland shield over there. It's right here. Got my sword right here. And what I did on stream was I had like a first-person view of Zelda or Link, and I was pretending to run around Hyrule and killing things. And it was like I had to try to keep it unique and new to the table. So that's what my stream focuses on.
And what was the response from chat?
They love it.
You know, you can make that a reoccurring thing because what happens with people like you, where you have a lot of new ideas, you can also take past ideas and keep them recurrent, but make them new. Because a lot of you be like, oh well, what about this and what about that? What about this? Because you're very energetic, but you should try to like bring some of those and pull them in and be like, okay, let's make these recurrent. Let's make these have sequels. So, like, for example, that whole Hylian thing with the sword, bruh, I bet you could do it again and make it even better, and then the next time even better. So, maybe that would be a good thing for you to do.
Like Sin Cara has legs.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. We each kind of have our own thing a little.
I just want to drink. Don't even suggest it. Thank you.
I want to say my focus for the stream is probably to be known well for one game, but to also branch out to other stuff as a variety streamer. Because when I first started, I only started streaming Smash, and I was well known for that, but I didn't want to stream that forever. I wanted to go off to other games, and that's what I'm doing now. But I'm still known in the Smash community somewhat because of that, how I started. But in the future, I want to be well known for another game, and then still do the same thing I'm doing now.
Same here, but I still pretty much only stream Smash. Very rarely will I stream something different. But that's also because of my schedule. I can only stream in mornings because I work nights for the most part. But one of my other goals, to kind of blend the two questions, is to kind of add another day to my streaming or schedule and streaming at night. And during that nighttime schedule, streaming a different game and kind of seeing it's more of an experiment and just seeing what kind of a community I can build through the nighttime stream, playing other games like possibly horror games or Switch games. But still, I just love Smash so much that I really don't mind streaming that every day. I just love the community, even though it's a lot of interesting people in the community.
There is, yes.
It's very fun for me to play and host for you guys.
Also, if you're in the chat and you're kind of new to us, new to everything, we have like basically one major thing in common is that we all stream at least or have streamed Super Smash Brothers at one point. So that's basically how we all met.
Streamed 2 years in a row for every day.
Every day?
Yep. I
streamed every day?
2 years, yeah. And thing is, since I would be much bigger, but since remember I told you I was very young when I first started, so I didn't have money. So I had to start off with the most like core things. So as I grew and grew and grew, of course I became a little more professional. So if I start off like right now, 3 or 2 years ago, I would have been like a lot more like I don't know, I would have been a lot more, I guess, popular in a way. But then I just stopped streaming because I stopped streaming Smash in general because, well, no, actually no, I still stream it, but not as much. But the reason why I stopped was because I feel like people only come in.
Really? You gonna call me in Ferocious Falcon stream?
Yes.
Turn off the phone.
I mean, he can't. It's
Unplug it.
It's a house phone.
Oh my God, yo, I'm
Can
calling
unplug
you.
it.
No, Sinclair, I'm calling you right now.
Yeah, let's go. Three-way call.
Three-way call. Yeah. Anyways, I think it's a little getting off topic, so I'm gonna pass it on.
The stream focus that I basically do, I'm very community centered. Like my stream's very community centered, but I literally only stream the game Super Smash Brothers, and it's kind of recent that we've been branching out to different games because our community wants to see us play so many games, and it's like, dang, relax guys, Smash. But we recently did a 24-hour stream, and then we played Minecraft, and like a lot of people had a lot of fun and they really want to play Minecraft, but I don't know, man. Well, I mean, when we played, we did get like a couple new people who were just like, yo, that Minecraft day was amazing. Like, yeah, but we're Smash streamers.
And that's a perfect balance between all of them.
Minecraft.
Yeah,
when I
Minecraft
streamed
is
on
awesome.
Doki Doki Literature Club, I got a lot of people that came to my stream because they wanted to watch my reaction and whatever. Yeah, I would highly recommend you guys play it if you haven't. I won't spoil anything, but
luckily I haven't been spoiled in that game, so yeah, I'm looking
yeah.
forward to playing it.
Well, don't reach out because I feel like chat's gonna say stuff. So, but anyways, I got a lot of people that came to my stream that never been to my stream before, and you know they hit the follow button, and it was interesting to kind of see like me play such a slow-paced game that was just like something totally out of my like comfort zone, and you know it made me feel good to see stuff like that. So, yeah, just that's it.
It's good to get out of your
Hearthstone
comfort
is
zone.
also a slow-paced game.
Seven?
Hearthstone is also a slow-paced game.
Yeah,
Oh,
but when
yeah.
I stream Hearthstone, there's so many other people streaming Hearthstone. Like I still enjoy playing the game. It's just not a game that I don't really want to stream as much. I don't know. I'd consider it, but some people are asking me to stream it. So if I get enough people, you know, that's join the Discord. Let me know.
No.
That's also something you gotta worry about.
Oh God, no!
It's bending.
Part 2, guys.
God.
What streamer versus streamer Hearthstone?
Oh my goodness.
I would actually like to do Mario Party with you guys. That would be great.
I would love
Ooh,
to
dude,
play
I am
Mario Party.
totally
Dude,
down
I'm
to
trying
do some
find out
Mario
how to
Party.
do it.
On Netplay or on
Netplay.
Dolphin? Yeah.
I need to learn how.
fun.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
But, you know, I just gotta say, call dibs on Boo from right now.
I call dibs on
wait,
Luigi.
which Mario
I call
Kart?
Luigi.
I don't even care.
I called DK.
Let's play the second one so you can't be Boo.
Oh no, let's not do that. I don't want to do that. That's not fun for me. I love Boo.
Okay, we'll play 6. 6 is the best one.
So what?
Return.
Oh, hey, welcome back. What do you think? Someone who's starting out a stream, like, what would be the best thing to focus your stream around? Cause like, I feel like if you focus on a single game, you can get viewers faster. But
Yeah, you can.
But if you do like a variety of streams, you get viewers slower, but the people are so committed to you once you build them, because they just watch you for you, and you're streaming many different games.
Oh yeah.
The trouble with starting off like that is that, so let's say somebody tunes in, you're playing Rivals of Aether, and they're like, man, I really like this game, you know, and like they play viewer battles with you or whatever, and they're looking forward to your next stream, and they want to play again. Your next stream, you're playing Mario Party, let's say, and they're not into Mario Party, and so they don't want to come back, and they come back a third day, and you're playing something other kind of game. It makes it a little bit difficult at first for a new viewer to kind of like stay consistent with the game that they want to watch you play, unless you do have a schedule.
Yeah.
I mean, if I play a popular game, I usually let the viewers know, like, hey, you know what? If you guys are following me, if you decide to follow me, just then you guys know I'm a variety streamer. I'm not solely on this game a lot, and they're just giving them a heads up, just so they're prepared mentally.
So here's the thing, what I've seen over the years. So if you hone in on a singular game, what tends to happen is exactly what Spaghetti said, and you get viewers that are coming for that alone. And so once you go into variety, it'll diminish depending on how many of them are very committed to you or otherwise. It'll diminish heavily or it'll diminish, incrementally. But what you gotta do in those circumstances is you start slowly going into a variety. Not right away. You don't go, oh, well, you know what? I used to do Smash 5 days a week. Let me do now Smash one day and then the other games are going to be... No, just do 1 day variety. And then after like 2 or 3 months, then you got another game for another day for another variety. And then make sure it's about 3 to 5 bases. If you stream 5 days a week, then 3, like what I'm doing now, which is 3 Smash and then 2 other games are different. And I found that to be an actually very good transcendency, and I got it from watching some other streamers, which is that's how they do it. Duty Beer has a variety stream, but I couldn't get an idea from him because he's already built from variety. But I needed to find people that started off uniquely on one game and then branched off. And the majority of them, what they did is they incrementally grew into 2 games, and then they will replace those 2 days as the viewership for the games diluted. And so that's how it'll work for somebody that started singularly. If it's with someone that starts with variety and they're gonna grow viewership slowly but incrementally on each and every one. What winds up happening is you're gonna stale out, and you're not gonna grow that much viewership, staying with the same games and thinking that every day, because it's a variety, is staying fresh. To the contrary, it actually grows stale because they all they stick within their own niches. And what you want to do is start switching games after some time, but slowly, to introduce each day niche, each community niche to each other. So either you switch days, or switching days I've seen people do, and it helps somewhat, but I can't tell you for 100% certainty that it would help. But what you can also do, stop calling me during stream.
Sorry.
What you can also do, listen, all right, we'll talk about this after the stream, daddy. What you can also do is, on that same day that you have that niche game, you upgrade it to a same genre game. So Mario Kart, well, another racing game, and so on and so forth. But you got to keep it fresh, and that's how I've seen variety streamers increase their viewership.
Yeah.
To add on that, I really agree. And so I saw someone in chat mention Hungrybox, the Melee player. So like for someone like Hungrybox, he's already well known in his community because of being an amazing player. And I'm sure when he streams Melee, he gets so many viewers. But he can stream any other game, and people will still come by the hundreds to watch because they love his personality and who he's made of himself.
Yeah.
So the same could be said for a streamer that starts off by, like us, playing Smash Brothers. And we make a name for ourselves, and we build our own community, and then eventually, if we want to play something different, people will then come, like Sankara said, because we're having our fan base, or the similar community, and they'll come because they like who we are after we've already started, like streaming for a year or however long of a certain specific game. Yeah,
I think a lot of beginner streamers do like mess up with that because their focus is everywhere. They're like, oh, let me try this. Oh, it doesn't work. Okay, let me try this. Oh, okay, well, let me try this. And then they bounce around from game to game. They don't have like a real consistent schedule or a real anything. Like even if you consistently stream like a game, like on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, you stream this game on just basically what Sankara said like earlier. If you stream certain games on certain days, you stick to that regimen, you will get people. You eventually go. But if you keep jumping around and hopping your schedules, it's gonna be really hard. That's why you need to focus. Focus.
That
is
was
key.
one problem with me as a streamer starting off, was that with my work schedule, I worked a different schedule every week, so I would just stream whenever I felt like it and whenever I could. And it was so hard to maintain viewers because who knew when I was going to stream the next time, It's like turn on notifications, and if I go live, I go live. And not everyone has the opportunity to change their work schedule, but I, thankfully did. And that helped so much to grow the channel alone. But yeah.
Talked about keeping the Disney, but I mean that's just my choice. That was my what I decided on doing, and I guess that can fit into what is your stream focus, because some people don't really care if it's like family friendly. Some people just go to town and they just dirty mouths, but it's okay. It all depends on you and your personality and how everything works out. I just personally chose the path of family friendly. Like when I first started streaming, I definitely wasn't family friendly. Like I was like cursing all the time, doing all these bad things. But then I just said, you know what? Let me try and reach out to another audience, a smaller audience, at least that if they won't like have to hide if their parents are like watching,
So here's the thing. What happened with that was we all discussed that earlier, and as far as just get my part. As far as I'm concerned, I think the hiatus will be good for me because I'm gonna switch a couple things around. And my issue that I noticed, and I'm sorry to say, if there's anybody from my stream, you get butthurt. I don't care. I'm gonna take off Discord permanently from being live on stream, because what winds up happening is I wind up trying to be clean, and then whoever's in my Discord says a curse word, and at that point my whole stream is ruined. And so my point of view was to tell everybody, look, if you clean up your act and you make it, a little bit more generally friendly, you can have people that might be interested in sponsoring you for certain things come through. And That happened for Etika Network. That happened for other viewers. But Etika got sponsorship from people that are actually on the opposite end. You know, like sponsorship for curse. You know, for that kind of situation that he presents. But if you want a broader scope of people to access, you gotta have a cleaner act, unfortunately, so you could be more accessible to the younger viewers and more accessible to the older viewers. It is not a necessity. You know, it doesn't have to be a necessity. But if you really want to expand your scope, then that's something that you might want to look into. As far as I'm concerned, like I said, that's when I come back from hiatus, that's gonna be my #1 thing. And I'm sorry to everybody that want to be on Discord, but that's no longer gonna be available on stream.
Aww. Can I still be in it?
Black one.
Shut up.
Well, I mean, like if they promise to be Disney, no, some people it's hard to hide it. It's hard.
I would, if it was me, I'd make it like a sub only thing, and it's a sub incentive. And
I tried that. Listen, I'm originally a cursing guy. I tried to dilute it from the day one that I told Taco, I'm gonna do it. And like every time I let somebody in and they said one curse word, my Puerto Ricaners just came out and I was like, oh, I'm gonna
they say one curse word, don't let him back.
Oh don't
let him back in the stream, but like don't let him back in the voice chat.
Be gone.
Have I said a curse word on your Discord?
Yes,
Anyways,
once.
Once?
Yeah, I agree.
But it wasn't.
Yeah.
It
It was a
wasn't
nice question.
The next question was basically expectations versus reality, but we can just discuss like how our first stream went compared to like, you know, now us being streaming for a while. So I guess, you know, someone else can start off and then I will come in after if anyone has their story ready.
I'll start. Alright, so my first stream compared to now, it's like going from 10% to 90%. Because at 10% I had a laptop, a black desk I pulled from my basement. I grabbed Turtle Beaches from my drawer that was broken, but the mic worked, which was really bad quality. I was 15, so my voice was really high and annoying and squeaky.
that changed?
Oh gosh.
Anyways, like first starting off was really rough, and I was a freshman in high school, so I was very immature. I still am now, but it's like I have like at least common sense.
Every time you say something, I'm just like, really? Is that?
Yeah.
No, let me stop.
Hey man,
I can be high.
How was the stream quality though?
the stream quality time is garbage compared
Yeah.
to this. Back then I had a laptop. Now I have a built computer, like a PC, and I have this voice effect. I have my amazing keyboard, my studio lights, I got a green screen, a stream deck. I got an ocarina that I know how to play. Like it's a lot more higher quality now compared to back then. Back then I felt very limited into what I was capable to do. So now I'm a senior compared to a freshman, and I'm like, it's crazy how different it is now.
I forgot to turn off sound effects, my bad.
Yeah.
Someone
I'm
knew.
the same
No
thing as-
chill, Sin. I have no chill ever. There's zero, never.
I think Blackwing's gonna say his first stream.
My first stream was kind of like AFW's in the sense of I almost had nothing, no webcam, I had the
Oh, yeah?
Mac, I had these headphones which
I
had
remember-
lasted me like for a long time,
I remember that.
and yeah, I was super shy. I would not talk to my chat for crap. I was super silent. I was playing Overwatch. My first stream had like 5 of my friends in there, and I still wouldn't talk.
Oh god.
Yes, I was super shy, and the main reason why I wanted to stream was to take my shyness away, to be
Hey.
more personal, like more active.
Yeah, like more like better speaking skills.
Yeah.
That's the same reason I had too. I had very bad speaking problem, like mumbling. Now I'm more fluent because of streaming.
So now my streams right now that I do crew battles, I do like Smash and all this stuff, it got me to commentate and forced me to kind of like interact with my audience a lot more than before, where I was just like super silent. I wouldn't even talk to like my viewers or anything. I'm surprised I had like 5 to 10 viewers in my first streams. It's
That's
crazy.
actually really good to have 5 to 10 viewers. I know
That's
people who've
amazing.
been streaming for like years and they always like, oh man, I only have like 5 people. And I'm just like, how long have you been streaming? They're like, 2 years. I'm like, 5 people, 2 years? What are you doing? It's
Something
because they're
wrong
not
there.
consistent. They take breaks and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And to add to that, though, I've seen people that are consistent. They've been streaming for years, and what winds up happening is either their personality is just, you know,
Bland.
and
Like me.
or
No,
they
you're not
don't,
bland.
or
Used to be.
Used to be, yeah. Now, don't even try to sugarcoat him. What the hell? Now he's good now. Or the content they present, they don't interact with it. I mean, there's two levels of interaction. Your viewers and then the game. There's ways to interact with your game to make it enjoyable for the viewer. You know, and unfortunately though, as sad as it may be, it is also dictated by the viewership, because nobody wants to come on Smash and see you play for fun with 4 computers and, you know, items. You know, it's.
That's not true. I mean, if I was to do that, I'm sure.
No, we're talking about attracting your viewership and keeping it. We're talking about that interactivity. So nobody's gonna come for that. So a lot of people will tend to introduce a format of the game that nobody's gonna stick around. Like if, for example, when I played Doom for the Switch and I was doing the campaign, nobody was there. The second I started doing multiplayer, everybody was like, "Oh, come on, add me." I'm like, you know what?
Happens. And same with me with Overwatch.
Well, with my first stream, man, did it look trash. Like,
I remember that. Yeah, the
Holy
SG
crap.
overlay.
mine, it wasn't even about the overlay, man. The overlay, when I first started, I didn't have an overlay. I just put my box camera on the game, taking up like the time, I think I remember, and that none of that mattered. What mattered was that my audio was delayed, or like it wasn't synced with the game.
Oh, yeah.
Jeez.
There were just so many desync issues and frame issues, and just everything. And I couldn't have song requests, all because I just basically I didn't do much research when I first started streaming. I was just excited about it. I got a capture card. I was like, it seems easy. Let me try it. It seemed easy, and boy, it's not on a Mac. But I kept at it, and I was very surprised that there was a few people that would still stick around for very terrible quality stream, just because they liked, the cut of my jib, or whatever. They enjoyed they enjoyed the content essentially. They looked past the, sure, people would stop by and be like, what is this frame rate? Or, your game audio is super bad. And I constantly remind them, like, I know I've tried to fix it, I can't. And, yeah, it looked really bad, but, I didn't let that, I didn't let it deter me to stop streaming, but, like, it was kind of, like, painful to, like, watch VODs and go, what am I doing wrong? But, other people in the community helped me out, and, like, it's definitely gotten a lot better since then. Like, I figured out different workarounds for different things, and I can help anyone out in chat if anyone does want to stream on. Even
Pretty sure we all can help,
Huh?
That's why we're all here. We're here to help anyone.
Exactly, yeah.
Like,
Yep.
You know what sucked when I first
Future
started
streamers,
streaming?
man.
There wasn't this. This, like, oh, we're all trying to help each other. That's what I was aiming for from the get-go. And when I first started streaming, there was no community interacting. It was just like, you're on your own, buddy. If you don't know how to set up your stream, you butted it. And so I got super, super lucky. I need to stress this out. I don't know how. I'm not gonna sit here and bullcrap you. I don't know how. I got my computer running. I got OBS running. A computer that's really old. And I got Smash running. First day I streamed, there was no frame rate drops. The camera has sucked up until the point where Ferocious Falcon's Taco came through and said, "Your camera sucks," and I was like, "Damn, he's right."
I mean, I was a little nicer than that. I didn't really.
No.
I can't picture Taco saying that.
Yes, he was
too nice.
nice in voice, but in your mind, you was like, "Damn, son, you're." So that's what he really meant to say. He was like, "Your camera sucks," and I was like, "Oh." So, I finally got a new one, and but anyway, so. When I first started streaming, I got mega lucky. And nowadays, if you start streaming, you definitely don't be afraid to go to others for advice. Especially within the Smash community, that's what we wanted to grow, and we have it now. And in other communities, it is happening too. So go to someone and be like, "Hey, how do I set up OBS? How do I do this? How do I do that?" And unfortunately for my first streams, I didn't have that. it was just a nightmare.
Something
And,
random I would do is just pop in random, like very small Smash streams, and just kind of watch for a little bit. Maybe join the list if I'm free, and just kind of like see how they do it and kind of compare them to my old self, and notice some of the same problems they have or some of the same issues they had starting off, and trying to kind of reach out without being like, "Yo, your stream looks bad. Like, you should fix this, you should fix that," because it's kind of rude to come into someone's stream and say that. But mentioning that I'm a streamer myself and that I like what they're doing, and I hope that they can. It's also very encouraging to hear words like that as a small streamer. So
That was really nice.
yeah.
Going back to the topic of how my first stream went, honestly, not much is like compared to now. Not much has changed personality-wise. I've always engaged with chat. I've always been a really mellowed out person, with the exception of a few hype moments that I have, and those are like genuine reactions if you guys have seen it. Back then, I didn't have like the proper. I didn't understand like social clues back then, like what a raid meant. Because when I first met FW, he raided me, and I didn't know what it meant. I honestly thought it was a bad thing. I thought
Oh my
like
God.
people were just like
A lot of people still do.
Yeah, a lot of people still think like
going
raids are
on?
bad things. And
Was that your
when I
first raid,
saw it-
Cosmic?
Yeah, he was my first raid, and I didn't know what
Oh,
it
that's
meant.
nice.
But like all like these social clues that you pick up as you grow with Twitch as a streamer and as a viewer, it kind of helped me like build more relationships on and off streaming. And but other than that, not much has changed. But it's good though, because I'm glad to like stay in like the same consistent personality.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. Have you altered yourself or not? That's why I always told Floyd, yo, stay the way you are, because your personality is freaking amazing. It's you.
What about me?
No, you needed to improve. I'm not gonna sit here and sugarcoat you. What?
Yeah.
AFW has been fine ever since I met him. And Taco's been fine ever since I met him. So, I myself, again, I needed to improve on the cussing, and so that's my next goal.
For me, my first streams, I didn't have any fancy green screen. I didn't have this computer. I had a good laptop. Cause like what I did when I first started streaming is I studied streamers for 1 whole year. I wanted to stream, but I didn't. I had a full-time job. I saved up money, and I would watch streamers, take notes. I'd always write 2 things that I liked about a streamer and 1 thing that I disliked. But I always found good in a streamer, no matter what. I always found something good, and I would take that and I incorporated it into my streams. And the laptop that I bought, it was a gaming laptop, but it didn't handle it properly. So I spent $800 on that, and it was just like, well, let me get a computer now. And I still have the laptop. We just use it to download everything that we need to download. But it's definitely worth it to get a tower. And as for like the beginning of the stream, I think I was kind of fortunate enough. I don't know if it's like my personality or anything, but for some reason I feel like people just come. Like, I don't know why. They just come. I feel like I didn't.
I'll tell you why. Lazy llama.
Well, no. At first, no. The first set of streams, Lazy Llama never showed herself. She never wanted to show herself, and also CJ never wanted to show himself either. So for the first month or so, it was just me alone. Yeah. At first they were scared. They never wanted to show themselves.
And then, CJ would play in the back.
Yeah, okay, so he would play on stream. Tuesdays it would be him and me playing. But CJ would be off in the side playing, and like I'd just be sitting here interacting with people. So people were confused. They're just like, how are you doing that without moving your hands? And I'm just like, oh no, someone's sitting right here. You just can't see him. And then it took him some time to finally break through and come out. And when he came out, everyone was like, yo, you're hilarious, you're funny. They supported him, and like now he's less shy, I guess. He was that kind of cooped up little egg that exploded.
I wish that I had like somebody that I could stream with on a consistent basis, because it just makes streams so much more interactive. Somebody could be playing the game, the other could be reading chat. You just have 2 different people answering the same question and just talking on the same topic. And I think you're really lucky to have something like that.
I will say that much. It is better if you can get somebody to be there on stream with you. It would help. It does help. If you can't, it is it's unfortunate, but it does help. It definitely does.
For a 24-hour stream, I'd imagine.
Oh yeah, for the 24-hour stream, listen, I stayed up all the way. Everyone else fell asleep. Even one of the community managers that are in the chat right now, he's like, "Oh no, I got it. I'm gonna stay up." No, he was knocked out the last 2 hours. He's like,
No, I'm stay up. Yeah, okay, you was. Yeah. Okay.
Taku.
I'm gonna do a 24-hour stream soon.
So Taku, remember when, go back to when you said before with the 2 things you said about streamer and 1 thing you dislike? How do you think when you first joined my stream you saw me doing that crazy maze thing?
yeah, literally when I first joined your stream, it was like you did the maze thing. I'm like, yo, what is going on? You were so energetic. That was one thing I really liked about your stream. You were really energetic, like over energetic. And I was just like, oh my god. And then like the thing I liked about your stream was just the energy and the amazing like layouts you got going on, the creativity that you did in it. So it was just like, god. And I instantly followed. I was just like, oh, drop that follow and let's keep watching.
The one thing you disliked was my ocarina, I'm assuming.
You know, I don't know if I want to go with this, like, you know, tell everyone what I said, because I do have something for everyone here. I don't know where the notebook is, but when I did take notes, I took notes on everyone. Believe me, I was very thorough. I went through the whole Smash community, and I went to big streamers and random little ones that you probably never heard of because I just randomly clicked them. But I went through a lot of people. Smash Bros though.
No, if it's Smash Bros, I've heard of them. Trust me.
Oh,
I
yeah.
listen to Smash Bros community all the time.
Alright, let's move
So
on to the next question.
we're gonna move on to the next question, but I'm gonna hold viewer questions until like
Yeah.
the last part. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, near the end, that's when we're gonna do the viewer questions. So now we're gonna go into the second segment of the stream the second segment of the podcast, which is building a community. So this one's gonna be intense to talk about because there's a lot of things that you need to go through. So the first question we have is how do you retain viewers, like in the sense that how do you retain people in your community? How do you retain them, make them come back to your stream? How do you make them, you know, interact with each other? Because sometimes I go to some discords, like I'm in tons of discords. I also study discords too, but I'm not that much. But I join discords, and they're not your discords, they're like a bunch of other discords, and I see they have tons of people, even some big famous YouTubers. There are like tons of people in their Discord.
Ain't nobody talking?
No one talks. And I'm like, what is going on? There's 4K members online. I say hi, and like 30 minutes later someone will be like, what's up? And that's it. And I'm like, what's going on here? Like
so what happens in those is that mine is an example of that. I don't talk that often because as much of an interactive guy as I am on stream, I'm not too social media interactive, and so when I can, I do. Personal reasons get in the way, you know, like health and whatever. But in other people's cases that don't have my situation, what winds up happening is they don't interact at all, or everybody that's getting into that got suggested the notion that the top streamer that owns that Discord is going to interact with you particularly, as opposed to join this community and interact with us. And that's what I've seen happen with a lot of, like, Nairo stream is one of the few that I've seen that everybody goes and they just talk to each other because they're not looking to talk to Nairo, they're just looking to talk to each other. But a lot of the Discords I've seen, it's literally where's the guy, where's the person?
Exactly.
You know? Yeah. And if they're not there, they just cricket.
For me personally, that's something that I know I need to work on. Is like interacting with my viewers off stream. I try to every now and again, although it's very difficult because usually whenever I do end my stream, I'm off to an 8 to 10 hour workday, and I do that every day. And when I'm not working and not streaming, I'm doing something relating to like something at home with my home life, and sometimes I just forget. I'm like, oh, let me check Discord, and then a bunch of people were talking and trying to ask me something, and I'm like, oh.
Are any of you guys in Foe's Discord?
Oh no.
His Discord is extremely active. Like when I go on
Bill?
there, I just see people talking, and Foe is like not even in there. Like, he's not even talking. Like sometimes he is active in the community. Like he'll be in the voice chat, but most of the time it's his viewers that are just like talking in there. It's like that's like the most active like Discord I've seen in a while.
Well, I know Taku's Discord is very, very active. And his community is a community that I strive to achieve. And like,
Yeah, but that's because Taku presented it as a community. You see what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people will be like, "Oh, join my Discord if you wanna, with me." And it's like, no, just introduce it as a community. But anyways, let's back up from Discord. So, how are you gonna increase your interactivity? Well, what is going on? Somebody's got like stuff in the background.
Not me.
Hello? No, it's not me.
I don't know. It shows on the bar as Floyd, like something's going on with Floyd, but it's whatever.
Me?
Yeah, it's like really far in the background.
It's like a TV.
Anyway, so with interactivity, and it's something me and Taku and all of us in here have talked about, guys. And as inconvenient as it may sound, you definitely need social media. You need it. It's a must.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to stress that. And listen, not to sound conceited, but my fan page, my little itty bitty fan page on Facebook has helped so many of your top streamers grow in Facebook. And I say that with no conceitedness, no, oh yeah, go to my fan page, go to theirs. But I'm saying, if you create a social media and then grow within that social media, don't only do, hey, I'm streaming. No, be yourself, share your content, share your day. If you're working, like if Spagooty's working, take a picture at work. Be like, hey, yo, I'm working. They gonna love that just because I'm here.
That's a good example. Yeah, I do that on Twitter. Twitter's the one place that I do stay active, and I try to like get my viewers to kind of follow me.
Exactly.
And keep up to date with my life.
So what you need to do is link your Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all of it. Smash Amino, all of it. And make sure that if you update one, they all update. And that way you create a fan base on each one that didn't know you existed. And that's how you grow your fan base. And let me shut up and let you guys talk.
You got a lot of knowledge because you've been streaming the longest, so you know a lot, which is awesome. I'm glad we have someone on here like you. Okay, that's definitely you, Cosmic Floyd. I hear them coming through.
Oh.
Yeah, it's because I have family here.
Okay.
Tell them to shut up.
Que no puedes cocinar ahora, te lo dije.
I would say that the whole secret to getting people to talk is you need to set goals for them. Like, and it's weird. It's like, how are you gonna set a goal for someone else?
Yeah.
But like, one of the things is have, like, I do like a PR. Some people have goals to be on that PR, and it's like a big deal for them. So when they're there and they're training and they're getting better and stuff, they work with each other because they know some of the people are up there already. Like Sacred being #1 on our PR, he's down to play with people, and people, they go and they ask him like, hey, can help me get better? Or Weemeister, #2 on our PR, he recently went to Genesis and got 13th at Genesis. And he literally came in and single-handedly thanked me. He was like, listen, man, it's because of your streams and your community that I was able to get as far as I did. And I was like literally almost in tears. I was like, dude, man, like, it's you. It's definitely you. It's the people, the community that brings it together.
Holy crap,
You know?
Christ.
Well,
We're all human.
I'm pretty sure we all cry.
I don't think
I
he's
cried.
I think he's alien. I'm just saying that hair is hiding something.
Oh yeah, well they can't see the hair now.
Exactly.
Oh,
Now they can.
damn! I didn't even notice. Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on. I think I derailed this personally. So how to retain viewers? Okay. Sorry. So how to retain viewers?
That is one way. I mean, like, to have community interaction is to retain viewers, because once they interact with each other, they're more prone to just jump back on your streams and continue that interaction and go on and keep talking.
One thing that I do on stream while I'm currently streaming is try to engage chat with each other and introduce chat with another person. It's like, oh, this is a really good Cloud main and you were struggling in that matchup, so maybe you should practice with this guy. Kind of like what you said with Weemeister, and like having really top players in your channel that can help other people get better. But yeah, like I like to do King of the Hill a lot, like your PR, and it's interesting to see different people, like see somebody that's winning a lot of games and has a really sick win streak, and think that, oh, I can beat him, and then it just makes them want to come back and like try to beat them again, or you know, if they lost, you know, they can do better the next stream. Yeah, that's something I do personally.
Now, just because you were talking, it came to my head. So if you're a streamer that doesn't have multiplayer capabilities inside the game, and it ain't Smash, because we gotta start.
Yeah,
we gotta stray from Smash. We're going back into it every time as an example. If you don't do multiplayer, I won't lie and say that's not harder. It is. So when I've seen, in my case, when I do games that are just you watch me, period. Like, it's just you're watching me. There's no interactivity. That's when it is most important to interact with whoever. One person will make a difference. I've went from having 10 viewers and me interacting with all of them made the difference for it to jump to like 50 viewers. And then I noticed it, and I did this on purpose. I would test myself. Other days, I'd have, 10, 15 viewers, 5 viewers, and I don't talk, and I'm just playing the game. Poof, gone. They were all gone. And so, make sure if it's not a multiplayer game, nobody's gonna want to interact with you unless you make them interact. Number one, and number two, most importantly, if it is a game that is brand new and people are interested in seeing it, then make sure you're a reactive person. If you don't really want to interact with the chat, at least react to the game. So, something happens, it's scary. Oh, well, yeah, react something. Don't just be like.
You gotta stay lively. You gotta, even if no one's there, you're still entertaining.
Of course, that's a perfect pace to keep.
What if your Twitch view bot was broken and it says one viewer, but there's actually more people? You always gotta be there and just always gotta be ready.
Like Sincata right now.
I know that some streamers.
I'm a little spooky.
Yeah, exactly. That's how you keep viewers, guys.
Some streamers went as far as to turn off their view counter so they don't even see it at all and just pretend like there's 100 people in the chat, and they would keep that energy no matter what. Doesn't matter if anyone, like, of course they have their chat open and they're talking to people, but they just pretend that they have so many viewers and keep that energy, and then guess what, eventually you will have those viewers as long as you keep that. But if you're too worried about like the view count and you're just like, oh dude, I just dropped 15 viewers, what did I do, what did I say, they're gonna pick up on it and be like, yo, this guy seems kind of sketchy, what's wrong with him? Like,
I feel like the viewer count can sometimes discourage you.
No, that's something that you have to drop. I mean, when you are a first-time streamer, that's always gonna get to you. But you have to get over that hurdle. You have to be like, you know what, viewership don't matter, because I started streaming for the fun. Now, something that Taku brought up that I've had a couple of my friends do. Well, they no longer stream, but back when my cameras weren't as important, or it was more difficult to attain them, and it was just mics alone. It was way more important to actually be verbal, or at the very least, when something happened, just okay, that was nice, and if not, at bare minimum, talk to your chat, type to your chat. If you're really shy, this is very important, because Blackwing started there, and look at him now. Talk.
Awesome.
Yeah, no, he's awesome now. Talk to your chat, type. If you're really shy, type. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I've seen people stick around. Give me a second. I think the maximum I've seen someone with just typing would be like 30 viewers, 36. Okay, don't quote me, but 30 something. And it was just because he was, that was nice, but he's typing it, right? And like the chat is just loving interacting with him. What do you think about that? And it was Final Fantasy 9, and he was just playing and typing away, and the chat is like, he's fun, he talks, and that kept it going. You need to retain your fan base by interacting, not only on social media, but also when you have your stream up, make sure that it feels like a unique fan to streamer basis. Even if there's 100, 1,000, 2,000 viewers, that's my pet peeve for every top streamer. That's why I don't go to top streamers anymore. And even though I've helped certain top streamers attain that level of status, I no longer help them. Not because they attained it, but because they've changed. they don't interact with the viewers. Now I understand that chat is going, you can't keep up with everybody.
Yeah.
But you as a person, if you mean to interact, regardless of you can't keep up or not, it's already happened to Taco. There's been times, and it happens a lot now to Taco, because he's getting to that point where the chat just, and he's like, well,
Happens to me too.
yeah, it's like I can't. So what do? You be yourself. You make sure that they feel like you're there for them. That's it. And a lot of top streamers do not do that. And there's also like smaller streamers that don't do that either. They think they're too big for their shoes, and it's like, well, you gotta listen to me, and you're not there. That's it. Like, you subscribe to me, give me money and followership, and I don't need to. You're not informed.
Well, I mean, to each their own at the same time, you know. Like, and I do see some streamers that like have 30,000, you know, viewers at a time playing like Hearthstone or something like that, and they'll read, you know, chat's moving a million miles a minute, whatever, and they'll pick something out here and there, something that catches their eye.
Yeah.
But another thing I wanted to mention about retaining viewership is like, don't overdo your stream. This might like pertain to another question also, but like, don't like. If you're streaming for 6 hours and you feel like you can't go on anymore, but like there's still people talking in your chat, you know, set a limit for yourself. Don't like overdo it and then you're falling asleep on stream or you're running out of energy. Like, don't be afraid to just say, guys, you know, we'll tune in next time, you know, like I have to cut it now, or, you know, whatever. Like, say whatever it is you do say, but just don't overdo your streams. I feel like I see a lot of streamers that just keep streaming and they're not talking to people anymore. They were in the beginning, but they're not anymore, and they just want to stop. I don't know.
I see a lot of streamers do that with crew battles, because during if your crew battle, if it's very long and you're tired, and it's like only halfway, it's like usually depends on the crew battle. Like if it's like 10 people, like 10v10. Like one time I had 10v10 crew battle, and that's like what 30 stocks. That's like about an hour and a half, 2 hour crew battle.
I came back.
Welcome back. Well, like that's like playing the game. You get very tired and you can't end it because no one wants you to end it, and then that ruins their fun. So
and I've been there today.
Yeah.
I didn't want to end my stream. Everything I said, I didn't listen to my own advice.
Is that what you did today, Spaghetti?
It's true. I did do it today, because whatever reasons.
All right, guys, we got everybody here in the chat. That's it. We've become unimportant. There's somebody much more important down there. It's Cosmic Floyd Baby. There's Cosmic Baby. So, Cosmic Baby, tell us the secrets to life, please.
Chicken beard. No, I'm just taking care of her right now.
She's kind of shy.
Wait. Hold on. Cosmic, what are you talking about? No. What are you talking about? They taking care of us. They know better.
Yeah, she's taking care of all of them.
Yeah, she's bringing in the viewers, man. Look at it.
That
little
thing
face.
skyrocketed.
Through the roof.
I don't think I've answered the question yet about the retaining viewers. I don't know if you guys have mentioned this yet, but I want to say for me, the way to retain viewers is probably stay engaged with your audience or your community. Leave a good impression if they're first comers, so they can come back to see more of your content, especially if you're an entertaining streamer. And even if there's no people around, try to keep the stream entertaining and more engaging. Like, just talk about the game itself or talk about another topic, and they'll bring more people and that'll keep them engaged, and they'll probably want to stick around for the next one.
I think, and I'm gonna say it because Floyd's here and he's the one talking. I think it's most prevalent to remain yourself regardless of how other people perceive you. And there's been times that I've talked to, I won't say no names because I'm not that kind of person, but they were like, why is Floyd so like calm during his stream? He should be more hype. People are not gonna stick around. I'm like, actually, that's the opposite. Like, he's interacting with his community. He's a unique character, and with his personality, he's keeping his viewers. So it's not always about the hype. It's about your interactivity level. That's it. That's all it'll be.
It's about staying true to yourself.
And
stay true to yourself. That's really good.
It pissed me off where it didn't just happen once. It happened twice with people that I looked forward to introducing to either Taku or AFW. If it be to Taku, right away they're like, oh yeah, because he got viewers. Then if I introduce them to AFW, they'd be like, oh, he's too loud. I'm not gonna support him. I'm like, fuck you. You know what? I'm too loud. What is the issue? But then if it's Floyd, oh, he's too quiet. You know what? As long as their interactivity level is there and they care for their viewers, there is no issue whatsoever.
Yeah, that's.
Shut up! Shut up!
No.
This isn't Disney. This is Disney
That's how it
XD.
is.
Yep.
Hey, I have a question.
It stopped at F. Anyways, moving on.
Can I ask
There's-
a question for you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about the new feature that I think it's new? That some Twitch streamers turn on, like big streamers, where if someone's lurking or someone's new in chat, a message pops up in chat and says, "This person's new here," you know.
Yeah.
Say hi, and it shows
That's-
the "Hey guys" emote.
Yeah.
I
Really?
personally don't like that.
I don't either.
I don't either.
It takes away.
I kind of do. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But I say it kind of takes away the interactivity between the chat and you. You personally saying like hello.
No. It's an automated message thing
Yeah.
on Twitch.
Yeah, that
Not the
says
streamer.
hello.
Yeah.
But as it like that thing takes away the interactivity between us as streamers and them as the chat. Just a simple saying hello to like us saying hello to our viewers is pretty welcoming, heartwarming thing to do or to say. So with a bot doing it, it kind of like
But what I'm saying, I don't think you understand. It's a bot doing it for a new viewer, for like
Is
someone
it-
that
Oh,
hasn't
for someone
been
brand
streaming.
new?
When they type or when they come?
Someone brand new when they not even when they type, just for watching the stream.
Some
Yeah,
people-
My bot does it for.
I think my bot does it too.
It does it for only new viewers.
The thing is,
And
some
if they-
people
if they
like
type
to
something,
lurk.
Then I understand that's pretty
Not-
good. But if they're just watching, then no, I don't think.
Yeah, I think you should remove that option because mine's up until recently it would do it. Because there's people that legit just want to lurk. They don't want to
Exactly.
be. They
Yeah.
don't want nobody to know they're there.
And that's fine.
Yeah.
And that's completely fine. And then here you go, calling them out. And that's
Just like,
something
oh.
I used to do in the beginning. I used to call out people, be like, hey, why you lurking? And you guys
Yeah.
should know, whoever was in the beginning of my streams a couple years back, I would do that. Hey, yo, what's up, man? Why you lurking? Come on, talk. And then I realized really quickly, I was like, hey, yo, what are you doing? Like,
That's a big no-no. Yeah.
yeah, that's a
I
big
think-
no-no. And so, you know, I took that off the bot.
I feel like lurking is a good thing because it tells the streamers that like if the viewer's lurking, that means they can enjoy our content without having to interact with us.
Exactly.
So it's like kind of like watching
Yeah.
a TV show for them, you know? Like, they just want to sit back on the couch, eat some popcorn rather than having to talk. So it tells us that they're actually entertained.
Or they can have your stream on in the background while they're doing homework or
Yeah.
studying.
That's what
I
I,
know.
do. All
That's
I
literally what I do.
like
And
when
it's
I,
usually a new.
looked up-
It's yeah. Go ahead.
like when I edit on Photoshop, I'll have the stream open in the background, so I'm supporting them and I can watch them while I'm doing
Well,
like overlays. and stuff.
outside of us, I looked up some statistics and I wanna like look further research into it, and maybe you guys can help me with this later. But I've seen that a lot of people that watch TV or watch streams or videos, they put us, and particularly to Twitch, because we're live, they put us in the background to not feel alone. And
Oh.
Yeah.
a lot. And listen, you would think older people, they have their lifetime or, you know, whatever it is in the background. And well, remember, it's a new generation. So there's people in their 20s and 30s that leave us in the background live for hours, and they're just doing their thing, painting or you know, or cooking. And we're in the background. That they're not necessarily lurking. It's just that they're enjoying our company. And so I don't remember the numbers, so I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you guys. But it was pretty interesting to read that people actually put us in the background. I know a lot of people that do that. Yeah, a lot of people do that with anime and stuff. Yeah.
Gotta. That, bro, for me.
What do you think about the new lurker thing
Me?
on Twitch? That if you like have it silent
Yeah,
or
if you mute it,
Oh.
then it'll take away the viewer.
It'll take away the lurker.
Okay, so I've already talked about this. In the beginning, I thought it was a negative thing, but think about it this way: if you own Twitch and you have people coming in with multiple tabs and just not active
yeah.
at all and whatever, and they're just giving you viewership, Twitch is not making money. So they went about it and didn't really downgrade it. They just made it a little bit more difficult for you to give viewership. It's still not impossible. You just mute tab and that's it. You know, keep your volume on, mute tab. But for those that kept doing that and buffering their viewership by just leaving multiple tabs and multiple stuff on, they were like, nah, we're not gonna go about this. So it's to all the negative outcry, it is unnecessary. If you were a business owner of Twitch, you would have done it too. So, you know, it's a positive thing for people that buffer their viewership. And before we move on to the next topic, real quick, there's nobody in here, don't worry, be worried, but I know people that use bots to boost their viewership. And me and Taco have talked about this, where they have like 90, 50 people and there's nobody talking, and you know damn well that all of those are not viewers.
Exactly.
Bots. Yeah.
At least like with 90 viewers or something, there would at least be 10 people talking at the very least.
I remember hearing TK Breezy, the Smash commentator, he had a tweet out a couple months ago talking about how he gets something like that in those numbers, like 80, 90 viewers, but like very rarely will people talk. And it's just people kind of lurking or just hanging out. And he was very upset about that, and he was like asking like things he could do to change that. And things that I thought of right off the bat is that he's not being interactive enough. He's not asking chat questions, or he's not, he's just playing the game. It sounds like he's kind of in his own world, which is fine if that's what you want to do. But I mean, if you're complaining about people not talking, then that's probably not going to help.
Yeah, I guess.
Probably move on to the next question, because that one we stayed on for quite some time.
Yeah.
It's an important.
It is important. It's very important, but
Let's make the next one short.
no, this one's gonna be almost impossible to make short. The next question is how to network. How do you, grow your community? How is it that someone can go from like maybe 15 people watching and just in their, niche to like 100 people or more? You need to branch out to other communities, work with them in order to both grow each other. And some people are, I don't know, I feel like some people are, I would say not greedy, but like they just hold back. They're like, well, no, I don't want to share my viewers or anything like that with this person, And the truth be told is, the more you open up your community, the more you share, the more people will flood in from both sides. Like, I know for a fact that Spagooty is so active on my streams, and like everyone on my streams knows Spagooty because he's always there all the time, literally all the time. And then when he streams, they're like, oh yeah, Spagooty from yeah, boom. And he like, I just know it. Our communities are intertwined so heavily, and I mean that goes for like everyone here too. Like everyone who knows me knows Sin Cara, knows Blackwing, knows like Cosmic Floyd, like everyone.
That's like me and Cosmic. Him and I are in each other's stream like a lot. So whenever I see someone from his stream, like, oh, you're from Cosmics. So it's like, to me and Cosmic are pretty close like that. So
yeah,
we know how you feel.
Exactly. So now trying to explain this to someone who's brand new to streaming, to like, don't be afraid to dive into other communities or anything like that, because you're gonna need to.
So me and Taco have talked about this a lot, a lot, because there was a time that we had that was a conversation, and Taco has integrated it perfectly, I feel like, and I don't care what he says, he's doing it well. But it's easier now than ever, and you wouldn't know this unless you're a long-time streamer. It is so much easier now than ever for you to make your stream open to networking. Listen to me. Take your Twitch, for example. You have your wall. You post in your wall, I'm streaming. The link to your stream and a couple of hashtags. Whatever you're streaming, hashtag Smash for Smash Bros, hashtag support Smalls. You put like 3 or 4 hashtags, not too many. Post it, let it share to Twitter. Then it posts on Twitter. You don't have to go to Twitter anymore unless you want to post like a self picture or you want to make it more interactive. But if let's say you're just starting out, it posted on Twitter. Guess what? You can link your Twitter to Facebook. So now your post on Twitter goes to Facebook. And so now it's on Facebook too. Whether it be your fan page or your personal page, whatever. Now it's on Facebook. One post, 3 social medias to share on. Easy interactivity and growth. Instagram, I wish they would have interacted with that, but it's not happening. But
Instagram has that.
no, but it's not interactive with the Twitch, so that it branches through it. But the point is, you can before you start your stream, number one, have your social medias open into this, branch of it. Also, be part of a community that's part of the games you're doing. And if you're doing in real life streaming, then be part of an in real life community and make sure you open to interactivity. Most importantly, your social medias. And so it is easier now than ever for you to be able to post on Twitch and have it everywhere else and not have to worry about it. Most of us, over time, if you're a new streamer, over time, it's gonna get more difficult. And before you start the stream, you're gonna have to post on Amino or Discord, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, because you want it to look more interactive. You don't want it to look like a bot talking. And so that's where it starts to get more hectic. But because you're starting out, my best advice is just use that one tool that they've made so easy for you and they've provided for you to post on Twitch, link it to Twitter and Facebook, and that's it. Your community will grow.
Now, there are like different ways to network besides like Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. Those are like those are like the bread and butters. You need that. You definitely need that. Those are the bread and butters. But there are like other things as well, and I don't think people know about them. Like streamers don't really know about it or use them. But forums are like one of the best things that you can do to grow a stream or grow a community.
Yep.
Like forums, like Amino is a type of forum, and you guys know Amino. I mean, maybe a couple of you know. I don't know.
I know of it. I don't use it, but
it is really good. Amino is super good, and it's because like they already have an established community of whatever smashers. They have K-pop, they have Japanese enthusiasts, they have, probably a Care Bear collection, whatever, Doki Doki. It's all there in different aminos. It's like Reddit. They have different sub-Reddits, sub-aminos, and you can go on these forums and you can interact with that community, and after a while, just plug your stream casually, not like instantly go there and be like, yo, I'm a streamer, hit me up, dogs. Like, no, you go there, you become friends with like a lot of people, and then you tell them about your stream and stuff, and they'll be like, oh yeah, I know him because he's always there. Same thing with Spagooty, how he's always there, and then boom, oh my god, did you just change shirts and change everything?
No.
Oh.
No, he was wearing the same thing.
Oh.
I should do that. I should do that with Amino because I'm probably not even known in that community. Maybe like some people like have been on my stream and then go to Amino. But like I've never advertised myself in there. Yeah, and that's a good way to get more people because it's a platform that I don't use. And
exactly.
Yeah.
There's
I heard Amino's really good, but like not just for Smash, but for a lot of things, and it's really interesting.
Exactly.
I'm trying to get into it more.
They probably have like PUBG. I know they have a very strong Doki Doki Amino. Like they're passionate about it there. So if you stream Doki Doki and you're just like, let me just drop this here, boom, you're gonna get like a flood of people. Probably, maybe not, who knows. But you got to present yourself like nicely on there, and it's not just Amino. There's like different
but what
forms.
you said was key. It's about presentation. It's not like you can't just come in there spamming your links and being like, come through. If you don't, you're a loser. And like,
you just like engage with them, just like you engage
Smash
with
Amino. Smash it. I'm sorry, Cosmic.
No, it's fine. Go for it.
Smash Amino is the perfect way for you to find out what you can't do. For example, and there's a reason why I'm saying it because I had to talk to a friend about that. Before I even started posting my link to the Twitch, I talked to them. I said, what can or cannot do, and they were like, we're more restrictive than forums because you can't just come in here and post just links. You got to interact. And I'm like, okay, great. And you see other people share their Twitch, and immediately they get banned. And so now you lost a community that you can't be a part of. You don't want to do that. Make sure if you become part of a community, you become part of the community. Don't just go in there to self-promote.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. I mean, I know I have like tons of other ways of networking and stuff, but I want to let other people talk too. So I'm like debating whether to spit this stuff out now that I have in my head, or just let some of you guys say some things that maybe you do?
I don't have any networking at all, so as much
Think you
information
don't.
I could get is better for me.
Okay.
So,
For me, I would just say if you're starting off as like brand new streamer, try to find a streamer who has similar interests to you or similar personality that you can connect with to start networking that way, and so you can migrate to having something like how we have now, like talking to more streamers, going together, and just expanding all of our kind of like a big community made up of smaller communities.
Literally, like, I would host everyone here. I know they host me back, and it's like we're just bouncing off each other, and everything's going everywhere. Even though sometimes we
sorry,
stream
I
at
just
different
picked-
schedules and
I
whatnot.
just pictured us bouncing off each other for no reason.
All
I'm an
right.
idiot.
of course.
Like you're not like in a lewd way. I just like.
Oh,
just,
okay.
Like, boingy, boingy. And I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm an idiot.
And like in a bouncy ball.
Can we
What is
ask
wrong?
chat why they stay in our community or why they're interested?
Yeah.
We're gonna do that soon, right? We're gonna like.
We're gonna do some. Yeah, we're gonna open it up to the viewer questions, and I guess. I mean, if
Show it
no,
to me, chat. Anyway, I just want to see it. Why are you here?
why are you here, chat?
Why are you here? Why are you here today?
AFW, you have any networking tips or anything you want to share?
What I would say is try and be in everyone, like try to be in people's streams besides your own. So like try to go around finding other streamers and becoming friends with them, and then join the Discord server, and then on the side it shows the purple button for streaming. If like in Discord when you're streaming it shows.
Oh, it's purple. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it shows.
If I feel like if you join that server, even if it's small or like our size, I feel like they'll see that like, oh wow, this person streams, and they're gonna check you out, and then they're gonna raid you or host you as like a surprise. So I feel like that's one technique. 'Cause I know I used to do that. I still do that sometimes. Like I'll go into people's streams, and I'll be like, oh, you're a cool dude, and then I'll join his Discord and I'll join his voice chat while he's streaming, and so now when I stream next time, maybe he'll see me in his Discord. Or I'll follow his Twitter, and then he'll see my Twitter, and then he'll see my twitch.tv on my Twitter account. Maybe he'll click on that and see that I'm a streamer. So I feel like
Exactly.
you're bouncing off each other like that,
One
I
small
have to
thing I
work
wanna
on that.
add.
I'm usually a lurker, so that's something I really got to work on, is to go to other people's streams and be more active.
Mhm.
Like I know Ferocious Falcons, I'm famous for being a lurker
Yeah.
in his stream. I try to go to Sincaras and or interact a little bit.
You interact on my stream a lot. I'll be like, is he here? What's a miracle?
Or Cosmic Floyd, I'll try to be there a couple of times, host him. Spagooty as well.
Yeah.
Mostly Ferocious Falcons, I'm usually the lurker.
I feel like Taku has the best insight for it though, because he I know things through experience and years, but he knows things through research. So I feel like he got the best advice for this. But real quick, if you guys want to engage, make sure you have an open mind to who you're talking to, because I've seen a lot of people turn each other down because they don't like each other's personality or quirks, or they're jealous of their viewership and their followership, and they're like, you know what, I don't want to help them, and I don't want them to help me because they got so many viewers, I want to have that. No, man, look, be open to them, be interactive. If you think their character doesn't get to you, then something's wrong with you. You need to grow, you need to mature. That's why I've never changed myself as how I am. Like, I know 90% of the people that first come to my stream, they go, man, he's loud, man, he's annoying. But if I grow on you, then I did my job because I presented myself as me. And so that's something that you guys, as first time interacting communities, you gotta be open to people's different approaches.
A small thing I want to add to that is that if you let's say you're a new streamer and you already have some sort of community going, you could start building your relationship by hosting other streamers or rating them. One thing I really don't do that much because of bad experience is after my stream I go to the directory of the game I'm streaming, and I usually find like someone random there to host. And it's a good way to meet new streamers like right off the bat, but some may not like be what you're looking for, what you're expecting, especially if you're bringing your community there with you. But sometimes you actually do find a lot of great people and they just become close to you, and they just connect with you, and that's a good way to expand your community by connecting with other streamers.
Yeah, that's how I found you, Cosmic. I found you that way. I was looking to raid people to raid, and I found you. So.
See, that's a good example.
I personally do not raid like random people. I need to have seen your stream or like be present in your stream. And someone in this chat named Winky Face, he's a streamer, and the first day I met him, he's like, "Hey, I'm about to stream right now. Can you raid me?" I'm like, "No, not yet. Let me see your thing first." I don't know if like I'm sending my viewers to someone who's like a demon or something.
Yeah,
I need to see it for myself.
Yeah.
So I sat down, I watched him for a little bit, and then the very next day, then I hosted him. I was like, "Yep, right there and then, boom."
I like to surprise them.
Once you
Want to stream like maybe 5 or 10 minutes before you end yours, just to see it, the kind of vibe they're giving off. You can go off of that too.
Yeah.
once you have a fellowship, that's when you got to be careful where you're gonna send your fellowship afterwards, because for me personally, I like to at least know the person a little bit. So what I do is, since I'm so interactive with the Smash community and total, I do know, even if it's just a one viewer streamer, that I know them. So I just go in and I'll be like, "Okay, I'll host you." But if you are not that kind of person and you're in like Mario Kart or Splatoon and there's so many streaming and you don't know, you do your research before you send your viewers that way, because you never know if the type to be like that girl. I forget what her name was, where she got banned, but she's showing her her privates to so.
You send all your viewers there, they're just like, "Oh my goodness, I thought we were family friendly. What's going on?"
Well, what is this?
It does get serious. Like you said, you raid someone or you host someone who you thought was really good, and then it just turns to something else. It just, like I've seen it happen to AFW before. It's happened to me. It's really bad.
It has happened to me once. It happened to me once with I'm sorry to say, but Keitaro, you were so drunk when I hosted you once.
Oh my goodness.
And
Oh god.
He's like,
he was just telling he wasn't playing anything bad, but he himself was saying the worst stories about him being drunk, and I'm like, what did I just do? And so like his viewership went like this, and then they all went, and I'm like, sorry guys, I'm so sorry.
I mean, hey, it happens. That's why I sometimes have like a scouter that goes out before the stream is done and looks. That's usually Nassim who does.
Make sure that their stream isn't about to end, because I've done that.
Yes,
too.
yeah. You host someone, they're like, "Well, I'm gonna end, and I guess I'll stay for a little bit longer."
That
I'm just
happened
like,
to you and I. You and I were streaming at the same time, and like you were gonna host me, and I was gonna host you. I think I ended up hosting you first.
yeah, and I was just like, "Well, dang."
Yeah.
Like, now what?
I got raided him, and then he was like, "Oh my god, I was about to raid you," and I'm like, "All right, guess we're doing a double raid."
Yeah.
But it's also funny when that happens, because that's with your friends and like
Yeah.
Yeah. Just mention to a random person.
At those times, I usually just like send the love to someone else. Like if someone raided me and I was about to end, I usually just get all those and raid someone else.
Yeah, that's what I do too.
The networking, there's so much about networking that people don't know about. They overlook networking. And when I say the word networking to someone who's like brand new to streaming, they're just like, "What the heck is that? Like, what do you?"
Or even networking with people in your chat. Like you never know, you might live near somebody and go to a tournament like Koopa Clyde. I never knew him, and then he came to my stream and subbed, and I really got to know him, and then I came to a tournament on Long Island and I got to meet him in real life. It's awesome.
Exactly.
And he introduced me to more people,
And I would say to respect everyone in your chat, no matter what. Always respect someone, because you don't know who they are. They could be like Walt Disney, who's looking at you, just watching. And if you like disrespect them, they're like, "Well, I mean, I was looking to give away $1 million, but not to you," and just dip. You never know. You never know.
That happened to me with out of all people, TK Breezy. I think I told you guys. TK Breezy came to my girlfriend's stream. He was streaming some game, and they were talking all nonchalantly, and so I go in there and I'm like, how are y'all talking? Hey, say hi to Mama Cara, she's in the back. Hey,
Mama Cara!
Hello, Mama Cara.
Hola!
Hola.
Tengo hambre!
Oh, same.
And so they're talking all nonchalantly, and I'm like, what's this? And so like he got to know me a little bit, and he was like cool with me, and so I was like, okay, I guess that's gonna be that. The very next day, boom, 167 hosts. I'm like,
Boom.
hi, thank you.
Yeah.
Like, thanks. Pass out.
And yeah, you never know. Another thing, if you're streaming and there's one person watching, and you feel discouraged, and you feel like, man, what's the point if it's trying to stay entertaining? What if you're about to get hosted by some really huge streamer, and he's going around looking at channels and seeing, well, who's a small streamer that looks entertaining, that could use some viewers and could use a little push, you know? You never know who's watching. You never know.
Yeah.
That happened to me in the beginning. That happened literally when I had the poo-poo laptop and whatnot. I was streaming, and what is it? Smash Studios, the one with the blue backpack, the blue.
What, PJ, peanut butter jelly?
No.
I have their bag.
It's Smash Studios, right?
Smash Studios, yeah. So Smash Studios, the guy was looking around to see who to stream, and he commented on the chat. He's like, "Dude, I really love your stream, man. You're very interactive with your people. I'm gonna hook you up real soon." And I didn't know what that meant. I was just like, "Okay, thanks, man." And like, no, they didn't have Smash Studios as the name. It was some random person. And out of nowhere, I see 200 and something, like a raid. I'm just like. And I was about to go to sleep, and you know what happened? I streamed like 6 hours longer. I was just like, oh well, you know, time to keep going. Like no, I was like invigorated with energy, because it was really late. It was like it was 9 p.m. and I was about to shut off. This is when I used to stream for hours and hours on end without a schedule. Really, I was like, I'm not gonna shut off now. I'm gonna keep playing.
Yeah.
But it was awesome.
And you've been hosted by what? Void now, and
I've been hosted by Void and
Cosmos.
Cosmos, yeah. And Zero, he, like, someone in my community. The thing is that people in my community are trying to get other bigger streamers to host me too. They're going and they're like, please host Ferocious Falcons. And it's so awesome because, like, when you get the community involved with your goals, they feel like they gotta accomplish that goal too. So it's just like, oh man, you know, the next goal is to become partnered.
Made Zero sub to you. They gave him a gift sub.
Oh, that was Spagooty. That was Spagooty. See.
And then
Nairo.
And Nairo.
Yeah,
And Mia.
and some other person's name who's famous as well.
You know, she's into sports.
Wait,
Sports and gaming, right?
Yeah.
And cooking.
I've been
And
friends
smashing,
with,
I think she smashes.
Yeah,
I've been friends with Nairo and Gunblade outside of like streaming per se, and so like the day he hosted me, I wasn't quite ready because I still didn't have a Smash bot. I got destroyed. I had to make so many mods just to be able to keep up. It was like 1,000 some viewers, and I'm like,
Yeah, like I'd be a little nervous if I got hosted like by that. I don't know if I'd be ready for it at that moment.
I wasn't nervous at all. I was chilling, but I couldn't keep up because it was like a wall.
Well, that's what I mean. Yeah, it's
The wall.
my Twitch is gonna break.
There was actually one time where Blackwing actually hosted me for like 130 people.
Hey.
Whoa, dude.
What were you streaming, Blackwing, that you had that many viewers?
I think it was a crew battle.
Yo, he
Wow.
always gets a lot of viewers when he does
There-
crew battles.
yeah, he does.
It was for the
Battles.
online. It was for the crew server on.
Mhm.
Any Smash streamers here that are trying to like, you know, get bigger in the Smash community? It's for streaming. Stream crew battles. Do you do your crew battles?
I actually disagree with that.
I mean,
I mean,
it wouldn't hurt
do not
to
deny.
try.
You can't deny facts. You're gonna get a lot of views. And a
I
lot
feel
of
like you
coming
will
in.
go. I will.
Facts.
It's just you
I've
gotta.
seen people that have only grown with crew battles, and once they moved away from crew battles, they had 0 viewers. So, I don't know about that.
I didn't say you would, you know, be
You
able to
wasn't gonna be
switch off.
consistent.
Yeah.
But you'll definitely get a lot.
There's
Yeah.
a way. There's a
And
way.
at
There's a
least get your name
balance.
out there.
There's a balance, and you need to learn how to take from the crew battles, like incorporate your personality and take some people, because that's what happened with the Amino community when we did the tournament. Some of the people sticked from the Amino community. They still come out and they still support. It's not all of them, but
Right.
you just gotta show yourself. They really liked us, and they were just like, oh man, that's awesome. And dude, I'm telling you, there's so much more about networking. Like there's so much
We
more, but
gotta
we
move on,
should
guys.
we
We gotta
should
move
move on. Like, maybe we can just do one about just plain networking. Just pure networking.
What do you
That
think
is
Streamer
it.
What do you think Streamer Showdown was? That's a
Yeah,
big
Streamer
network.
Showdown. That's all. That's a
Streamer
really.
Showdown
That's
is
so
perfect.
creative and smart, and that is a beautiful way to network. AFW.
Thank
It is
you.
one of the best. Like you're getting so many streamers together, and so many different
Yeah.
audiences, and everyone knows each other. So it's like they're bouncing off of each other.
Yeah, I met so many good people from that. Like, you guys know Tony SSB
Of course.
and Bob Wasabi. If it wasn't for Streamer Showdown, I wouldn't have met them. Like,
And one of
those
them lives
guys-
in your city. Or
yeah,
in your-
yeah. You met Spagooty and I hung out with them. Like, we are all local, so we all hang out in like public and like in real life. And if it wasn't for Streamer Showdown, I wouldn't have met the most greatest people I know on Twitch at that moment right now. And I Mr. E, I know Mr. E really well now because of Streamer Showdown. Like, him and I are pretty close friends now from it. He hosted me. He gives me like a lot of advice. He help even in Smash. Like, he gives me advice. Like, he's like, I just met so many good people from that project.
Yo,
and it's
Mr.
coming
E
soon.
cracks me up because every time I think back to when I met him, it was such a nightmarish day, but we had so much fun. Because it was when the first Smash Bros. Came out for the 3DS, we met outside the Nintendo World Store, and there was a tournament happening for Smash Bros. And it's raining, and me and my boys got umbrellas, and his father grabs a cardboard box, opens it, and it's like holding it over his son and his friend, you know, Mr. E. And we're all like, wanna huddle underneath and play Smash Bros? And we're all like, underneath. And finally, I felt bad because the cardboard started leaking. I'm like, hold up. So I run across the street. I buy an umbrella. So now we got a father holding 2 umbrellas, my friend holding an umbrella, and then Blue. You know, you guys know Blue, the Mewtwo player, and
Yeah.
and Mr. E and me, and we're all underneath in the rain talking about some.
And we gotta move on, guys, to the next question.
Yeah.
This is the last question. Before we open it up to some viewer questions, I know some have to be somewhere, so we're not gonna go long over. You know, I told everyone that the most we'll go over is 30 minutes, so I want to stay true to that.
I gotta be somewhere at 7:30.
He's got a hot
He's gonna meet a grill.
grill.
All right, so we're all gonna follow up with him next week and find out how it went, right?
Yeah.
Affiliation.
This
Alright.
is part 1, guys.
All right, so the final question. I just got affiliated. What now? Like, what do you do now? I'm pretty sure we're all affiliated here, but some of the people who are brand new and they just got affiliated, it's not that hard to get affiliated, but like when you do get affiliated, what should someone do after that? Like the steps that they need to take.
Start thinking of your brand for your stream.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Start putting out your brand. Start putting, trying to be well known.
Start thinking about your
Putting out
future.
brand. Yeah.
What do you want out of Twitch? You know, you got affiliated. Does that make you excited? Do you want to strive for partnership? Well, then yeah, start thinking about your brand, like what Cosmic said.
So
Yeah.
I feel different about that. I feel like even before you start streaming, you should have had a brand in mind. And so when you finally get affiliated, obviously push for your emotes, so you should already have them ready, like Taku did. Taku,
yeah,
he was ready.
I had mine ready the day of it happened. So like I had my emote like 3 months before. But then I found out it was the next day, and I realized like I have 2 more emotes. So the day before, I paid someone extra to get the emotes ready for that day. So as soon as it got ready, bam, I got approved in 20 minutes.
Now the
Took
thing
me a month.
the thing
It
that
took me,
Took me
I
about
will-
2.5 weeks.
Damn.
I will tell people is affiliation has been nerfed now that so many people can attain it. So what you want to do is use it as a boost of confidence, but at the same time, you want to aim towards partnership goal. And thankfully, Twitch has made it more easier than ever for you to see how your progress is going towards that.
Well, also just easier in general to get partnered because it used to be like 300 concurrent viewers and now
And
it's
at
75.
one point, me and Taku were just going losing our minds, going, why is it that both of us are hitting? Well, I was hitting the target viewership and whatnot, and he was hitting it. I think I'm not sure. I don't remember. And I started applying. He wasn't applying, and I'm like, why is it that I'm talking to D1? He's talking to them, and they're just like, oh, it's an automatic program. I'm like, well, then it should accept me because I have the concurrent view. So now it was because they were updating it and I didn't know. And so now they updated it, and now it's so much easier to see your progress.
I do like that, the new update, the whole achievement thing that they got going on. It makes goals for you. It's like preset goals.
Yeah, I really love that system. When I first heard about it, I was like, wow, I'm really looking forward to it. And just
Yeah,
looking
it's
at it
pretty
now,
hype.
it's really nice. They give you
But
good
don't let it
incentives.
discourage you if it only says 2%, you know, on the
Yeah,
Wave partnership,
yeah,
you know.
still.
Like I was at 21% when that little feature got rolled out, and now it's at 34%. So
I mean,
like it's
look-
moving.
Look how easy it is to stream nowadays. Like back then when like we all first started, it was kind of hard. We didn't have
Yeah.
all the nice stuff we had now. But
Exactly.
now that we get to experience this firsthand, and we get to tell our experiences to them who do want to start streaming, it's really nice.
Mm.
Very nice.
It's very easy for someone to just buy a capture card. You already probably have, you know, some semi-decent computer and just
And now we're providing the
started.
information to them.
well, yeah, you got yeah, exactly. You've got communities like this and places that people will help you.
If I could stream with the garbage computer that I got with the AverMedia Gamer Portable capture card, you guys should be able to do well.
So
Well-
for the I just got affiliated and what now? Like I feel like you need to set like sub incentives.
Oh,
And some people didn't like that, the whole affiliation thing.
Yeah.
Like some
Yeah.
streamers didn't. They were just like, ew, no, because
At
it's,
first, I was a
it's
little
taken away
put off
from
by it.
them, you know, taken away because now, because think about it, say someone does get the whole 3 concurrent viewers and all that stuff, and now they can get subs and whatnot. It's like they feel like they have to work harder because it's like, yeah, now you got to make sub incentives, you got to do all these other things that before wasn't a thing. You had to have an established community, establish everything
Right.
before this
Yeah.
whole subbing stuff comes in. So now these smaller streamers are making like little sub incentives who only get like 3 concurrent views and stuff, and they found that there was problems with that. Personally, I mean, like, I think maybe they should make it a little bit harder because I feel like it's so easy to get affiliated.
Yeah, affiliated. 3 concurrent viewers and 50 followers.
Yeah, I can just have my mom, my sister, my best friend
And
watch.
stream for
all
like
the
30
time.
hours in a month or something like that.
Yeah,
Which is, you know,
and get 50 followers nowadays. In certain games, it's really easy.
I mean, it might be hard for some, but like, you know, if you keep at it, you'll get it.
Yeah.
No, the getting followers is difficult now. I'm glad that they stopped that auto followship thing. I was so upset
Yes,
at that. It was just continuous followship, and I'm like,
Oh,
this
shit.
is gonna get us in trouble. It's gonna nerf followship. It was just like, so and so follow. I'm like, ah.
Yeah, I was in Sin Cara stream and it's like every 5 minutes he was
Yeah.
like, please understand.
And
And
please,
then like
Oh, yeah.
2 seconds later, it was, please understand again.
Please
And
understand. I remember
please
that.
understand.
he was out of breath.
He was, yeah, after
Understand,
like the 10th
understand,
follow, he was
understand.
like, you know what? Please don't understand.
Like,
Actually,
please.
like I really don't understand why people would not want to. Like, they get affiliated and they don't want to do the sub incentives.
And a lot of people
I mean-
are like that.
I know, like I've seen some of them. I'm like, dude, like if anything, you should be excited to do them because if you do strive to get partnered, that could spark new ideas for better sub incentives.
Yeah. Some people are probably just like shy about having someone subscribe to them and they feel like, oh, maybe I don't deserve this or I didn't earn this. And you do, you know, you did earn it. Like, if somebody wants to subscribe to you, it's up to them to do it. And you're providing the content. Maybe if you don't have a consistent schedule, you know, they're aware of that. If they do it, they're doing it anyway because they really care about your stream.
Alright. So should we move on?
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
that's literally the last question. So
Alright.
if we move on, we're gonna do just quickly, you know, some viewer questions. If anyone has any questions at all
Yeah.
about building a community or streaming,
It's
you know,
actually-
just
Alright,
answer it
it's
now.
my turn. Alright, guys, I'm taking over the stream. You may put some viewer questions and we will.
Oh no, you don't.
It's
Mine now.
And like,
So, guys, put some viewer questions, and I will pick one of your viewer questions to be answered by Taku and the sexy streamers. that are
also,
here.
I just gotta say, like, it is hard to run a community, and you need help running the community. That is something that you need because, like, yeah, you may not see it from like the outside point of view, but like the inside, there might be some problems that go in, and you have to eliminate those problems. You can't just leave them there to toxicate your community. Hopefully, I said that right. Like,
So,
you know.
Tide said, "Do you need a LAN adapter to stream?"
No.
No.
No,
Oh
it's
yes
not.
and no.
You don't.
But-
It's not necessary though.
It's if you have a bad like router, I guess. I don't know.
If you're
it's
streaming
not-
Smash,
It's not
you want-
necessary, but
Yeah.
it would better your quality.
I don't have a LAN.
There's another question
Yeah.
that was asked. If we're gonna start answering questions that I really want to get to, it was Sacred's question with how did you guys meet?
Yeah, but that's
Yeah,
that
I
too.
was gonna go to that one.
Yeah.
I met who did I meet first? I think
I think you meant me.
it was
This is the
AFW, and I needed an overlay. I don't know who pointed me in your direction.
I think it was Flash, because you were in SG at the time. No. I remember now. I actually self-advertised in a way, but I didn't. So what happened was, I remember my crew AFA versus your crew SG, and I was watching the crew battle on your stream, and I'm like, bro, you could use a new overlay. And he goes, oh, I really could, and then we DM'd on Twitter, and then
Right.
after that we just started
And
watching each other.
Just something as simple as that is just me needing an overlay. He did overlays, and we became
Yeah.
good friends, and we actually lived in the same state, so we've attended tournaments together and hung out. And then I was hosted before by Taku, I think, and I remember, and Sankara too, and I remember seeing their names like every now and again, either in my chat or like on like the other Smash streamers, and I wanted to check them out, and I remember feeling like a little jealous at first. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, who are these guys? Why aren't I getting the same amount of viewers? So, but then I started checking them out. I'm like, wow, these guys are really cool. And like I started joining in their viewer battles and just kind of putting myself into the community and becoming friends, and then seeing that, oh, you're in my chat too. You come to my stream. So
The first time I realized like that, when you meet friends online, they are friends in general. Because when I met Spagooty for the first time in real life, and a bunch of other friends I met online, like when I hung out with them, it's basically your second world on Twitch combining with your first world, and it's honestly like you will never experience this unless like you're kind of like, it's like a streamer kind of feeling. It's different when your viewer is like, oh my god, my favorite streamer, but when you're seeing another streamer like that you're very close to, it's like very emotional. You're like, oh my god, I can't believe that I'm hanging out with a really close friend that I met online like a couple months ago. Like I remember meeting like Spagooty when him and I started in real life. He was on a train, and the first thing he said to me, if I remember, is he goes, "What the fuck? Why are you so tall?" Just quoting.
Yeah, we're gonna move past that. Omega Rainboom said, "What if you don't have a social following? How can you network?" Honestly, it is much preferable for you to have social networking.
Twitter.
If you don't have it, you're simply just gonna be stuck to Twitch, and the only way you're gonna grow on Twitch is if Twitch itself features you, and so you much preferably want, rip Disney, right? Freaking noob.
Disney.
And if you
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I promise. I'm sorry.
Sin's not one to talk.
Oh, see, but I haven't cussed yet. I've caught myself.
You did.
Lick the fattest part of my.
Okay, all right.
That's very Disney.
Wait, what?
Technical difficulties.
When you-
I have a question from the same. He says that, are you happy with the current mods you have now for stream? Like
Oh
your
yeah,
moderators?
absolutely. NASA.
Yeah.
What do you
I-
what do you guys think makes up a good moderator?
I got you, Coolness. Just give him a
Anyone
second.
like
I got a
NASA?
question.
So listen, I feel like NASA mods for everyone here.
Not me.
Yeah.
Not who said that?
Oh no, he
Yeah,
got in trouble
He
with
used to for
He
me.
got in trouble with
He
me.
used to.
He vanished for a while, and then I modded him again. I'm like, nah.
I
fam.
think he was mod on my channel before he was on Taku's channel.
I believe at one point he was mod.
Yeah, my mods are actually in the chat right now. Yes, he's Spider Star You and the Rocks. Yeah, those are my two mods right now. They're in your chat. They actually came to the stream because like I haven't streamed in weeks, and I told my I have a group chat on Snapchat called the Mod Club, and Cosmic a mod in my stream as well. So basically, it's like a group chat with all my mods, and I snapped saying we're on stream, and all of them came in here to support us. So
Thank you.
yeah.
Thank you, mods.
So, Coolness said, what if you stream a game and you don't get viewers for weeks?
I had
Oh,
Reevaluate
you need
your
to.
streams.
That's what I was just about to
That's a
say.
good one. That's a really good
Reevaluate
one.
your streams. Like, look at your streams yourself, and like really ask yourself, would you watch that? Would you watch your stream? And if so, then like, what would you watch about your stream? Point out some facts, and then just make those facts even stronger in your next stream. Or what would deter you from watching your own stream, and then try to not do that. It's very hard to self-assess your own streams because you're kind of biased. You're just like, oh, that joke was funny. I said it. It was me.
You gotta be real with yourself.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
have to be real.
Be open to
Spagooty.
constructive criticism.
Yo,
Spagooty. Pass
You
on
want
the
a chip?
guacamole.
I got you, bro.
Did somebody say guacamole?
What did you say?
Thank you.
God.
Why do
Repeat
you
your
hate
question and I'll
Why
take
do
it.
you hate Ariana Grande so much, Spaghetti?
Because Nehru. Mo fucking Nehru. That's
Whoa!
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 Come on.
Is that clean?
Anyways, moving on. Let's see. Does joining several discords in different forms and joining their community, interacting with their community, make it better than having a following? Honestly, we're just gonna move past that. Honestly.
But wait, hold on. Can I finish? Can I finish?
No.
I'm gonna let you finish. but as something as simple as that, just to kind of go back to like maintaining viewership or something, like talking about Nehru and Ariana Grande is just something stupid and simple that like has become a meme now on my channel. Like just like me not wanting to hear those songs anymore, and people requesting it even more. And just like little things like that, I think make people want to come back because they want to see that again the next time. Like they want to see me react differently or the same way or whatever. I don't know. Anyways.
Wasn't that taco with Ocean Man?
No, it wasn't me. I thought Ocean Man was fine. Certain people in the chat was just like, "Yo, I hate this song." I was like, "Yo, Ocean Man's fine. It's good."
So,
No,
honestly, with what your question was, J-Axel, does joining several discords in different forms and joining their community with interacting with their community make it better than having a following? Honestly, it goes hand in hand, but it's yes. Because if you are an unknown person and you're starting from the get-go to go to communities and asking them for help, you're not interacting with them, it's insulting. And the worst thing I've seen people do, the worst thing, and I'm not gonna name people here, but you guys have done it, some of you have done it. You come to my stream and you advertise your stream on my stream. It is the biggest no-no. I think everyone here can agree.
yeah, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't go into people's stream and just be like, "Yo, check me out. Twitch link here."
Yeah.
Unless like, how do you guys feel about if the streamer is ending and you're part of their community? Well, all right, fine. If you're part of their community, that's different.
Yeah.
'Cause, like I can say on Taco's stream like, "Hey, I'm gonna be streaming after Taco's done."
Yeah.
Something like that. That's different. But like, let's say you didn't know the streamer and it's your first time in their channel, but the streamer is ending, and let's say people in chat are going, "Oh man, I wanted to play more," and then you say on the side like, "I'll be streaming some games after this guy's done." Is that acceptable?
What you can do,
I mean, it depends how they word it.
Yeah.
Okay.
what you
I feel
could
like- I feel
do.
like it honestly depends on how long they're in the stream for. If they're in the stream for like 5 minutes, then it's different. But
If
they're in
they
the stream.
if they ask me and say, if I know them for a while and they say, "Hey,
But we're talking
gonna-
about someone.
I'm
Oh
you
my
know.
God, it's sacred.
I'm gonna stream in a
will.
while. Do you think you could host me?" That's a question. It is not you posting your link to your stream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the question you can easily say no to. If you didn't feel comfortable with it, you didn't want to. Then posting their links, you had no say in that, and they're just using your channel. They're using it for free advertisement.
What's up?
Have,
Yeah, I
you
feel like-
have you always felt like you'd be content creators, or did you just start for fun and realize you liked it?
I did it for fun.
All right, let's start
At
wrapping
first,
up.
I started for fun.
Let's start wrapping up questions, guys. 'Cause I gotta go.
Okay. Well, I guess let this be the last question then. This one right here. I definitely knew, without a doubt, I would 100% be a content creator from when I was young, because I just love to entertain people. It is like the thing that I always do. I went to college for acting, and I literally, back in the day when I was 10 years old, I used to make Halo montages, and I mean, for the people who are in my community now, who know me, I don't think you know about my Halo videos, but I can guarantee I can show you some of them and you will cringe.
Oh my God!
Really
No,
bad.
No.
Is your camera in it?
Cosmic, have
are
you seen my old cringe
My
videos?
voice.
Cosmic?
Shut up.
No, I used to, when I was younger, I used to make videos with my brother and sister, and I was like 8 years old at the time, and I uploaded them to YouTube, and I'm dumb for doing that, and I have really long hair, and I had a really high voice, and oh my God, it was cringe. One video, I legit just, oh God. Like, Cosmic, you know what I'm talking about, Cosmic?
Yeah, I know.
Oh God.
I am thankful that I wasn't in your, in you guys' years of development, because when I was younger, number one, I didn't hit my growth spurt until about 17, so I was 5 foot tall. Okay? Until 17.
Hey, how's it going?
And number one, and number two, I sounded like a grill. Hi guys, how you doing? How's everything? And then like,
Hi guys, Synchro X here, and
Please
understand.
exactly. And then as soon as I hit 18, it was like, hey, how you doing, son? I'm like, okay.
So Sakara was a real nice
staying sinful.
I know for me personally, my good friend Rab, who he's the one that got me into streaming, and he just kind of like showed me kind of Twitch overall. Like I wasn't really kind of new to the game. I mean, I've been streaming for like 2 years now, but like at that time I was very new and I didn't really even know about Twitch. I don't really even consider myself a gamer back then. It's more of just a musician. But I did always like entertaining people and kind of that notion of just like keeping a crowd and like making people laugh or feel good. And I just did it for fun. Like I was like, I'm playing Smash anyway, why not stream it? And that's very rude, Sakara.
Really?
Well, we'll wait.
Four-way call.
No, but yeah, so like I just did it for fun and just to like play some people online and just to basically just to meet people. That was my main reason, was to have fun and meet people on Twitch. And it grew into this big thing that like it now makes me want to be a content creator and like keep doing this stuff in life. And yeah, I don't know.
I honestly, mine's the same way as Tim. I kind of started like just having it for fun. One of my friends introduced me like, oh, you should check this out. A lot of people play games on here. They interact with people. I'm like, oh, I love interacting with people. Like I strive with that, and I wanted to do it for fun. And I never would have thought I would reach to a point like this.
Same.
And once I figured out that I was going to that path, I was like, you know what? Let me take it a little bit more seriously and just kind of devote more time to it and more effort to it.
I'm curious about Blackwing though. Why did you start when you were so shy?
I started because of a streamer. I think only Sin Cara knows him. It was Chaos Exile.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he kind of got me into streaming. And I kind of did it also for fun and obviously to take away my shyness.
And you know what was inspiring, and I want to close on this. For you guys that don't know, Blackwing and both AFW and Blackwing, and even me, the Smash community, or the community in general for streaming, has helped us, and I believe all of us here have helped us better ourselves, and it has helped us through hard times, be it depression, PTSD, being shy, not having friends, and it helped us become better people. Because in real life, at times, where you live, where you're at, or where you come from, you come across people that really don't accept who you are as a person or whatnot. But once you stream, you meet people that take you at face value. And like AFW said at one point, and I see another video on Twitter, it's like Twitch has helped him feel more company to be himself. So I feel like all of us here have grown because of you guys. And so from the bottom of our hearts, we want to thank you for being here through all of our streams and through all our content, through our goods and our bads. And I hope you enjoy our future content.
I suck at doing hearts.
And I'm sorry that I am temporarily going on hiatus, but I will be back.
Yep, I'll be back soon. So even though I'm a little, I've been off for a while. My sub's being done, so I'll be back, everyone. I'll be back soon. Just wait.
Also, I will be back with a new name coming next week.
Oh!
I'm gonna change my name back to what it was.
Hey, Talk, you want that picture, right? Everyone should do this.
Oh yeah, we need that
I
picture.
suck at hearts.
Yeah,
Everyone do a heart.
Everyone do a heart, right, guys?
Everyone do a heart.
Oh.
Arte.
The Illuminati.
Heart. Everyone do heart.
I can't do it. There you go.
I can't do it either. Okay, there you go.
We're definitely gonna have more of these podcasts, guys. And as for the next topic, I mean, we're gonna discuss it, and who knows? We might see some new faces in here. We might, see the same faces. We'll see. These are very fun, and I'm glad like everyone learns from these podcasts, and like I'm gonna definitely go back and re-listen to it to see if like I'll miss anything. Like, did I miss anything? Did I like was thinking too hard and I zoned out and like, oh my god, I can't believe he said that. Like, I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna go listen to this stuff. This will be available to everyone. If you just came in right now and you're like, wait, the podcast is over, it will be in the YouTube channel. So come, you know, come by.
By
Obviously,
the way, guys, if you guys like our content, feel free to subscribe. You know, we
Oh,
are
yeah.
doing this to,
Oh yeah.
you know, we're not doing
Yeah,
this to
guys,
make a
follow
living
me on
necessarily.
Periscope,
No, if you want to support your favorite streamers, by
Yeah.
all means.
Follow me on Periscope, guys. Follow me on Periscope, Tinder,
Periscope?
Twitter. Yeah. So.
all right. Anyway,
If you guys subscribe, I will
He
give you
says he all
legs.
killed
If
it.
you subscribe to everyone here, I'll give you legs.
oh man.
Is there anyone
It's a
here in
bunch of
chat that is
likes.
subscribed to all of us?
Oh, that is something. Is anyone in the chat here subscribed to all of us? Let's see.
No,
I'll give you
because nobody
$100.
subscribed to me.
I doubt it.
Endorphin has
subscribed to me.
Almost has everyone. He's missing one, but he has practically everyone.
He's missing mine.
Dad.
No,
That
nobody.
goes
No,
subscribed to
no,
me,
oh
that's
no,
why.
he's
If
missing
you guys are
two.
enjoying a streamer, please, you know, if you have the money and the funds, subscribe to them. It'll really brighten up their day.
No, you can
That's all you have to.
donate that jacket to me, Spagooty. That looks like a hot Twitch jacket.
Well, you know,
I got the same one over there.
So I have to
you know,
order
I guess this guy deserves a hoodie. You know, he's got like 20 viewers right now. I think we'll hook him up.
I heard the Discord hoodies are pretty dope.
Yo, those look pretty nice.
Uh-oh, I think Sakar's gonna do legs for an ending. Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna do it with him.
I'm gonna try.
I can't do it, guys. I have no room. There we go. Oh god, it's at my shield. Oh no.
Let me see you.
There we go. Alright guys, peace
I
out.
can't do it. I'm gonna get a cramp.
Peace out, guys.
We're done. We're out, guys.
Oh gosh. Oh, there goes my pelvis.
Too flexible.
Oh my goodness. But guys, that is it. That is the stream. Thank you so very much for everyone coming out, like all the streamers, you guys. Like, thank you so very much for making this happen and talking to the people in the community. Now they have a better understanding of streaming and what it takes, and maybe they won't be as harsh on us. They'll be like, oh no, they'll be supportive, and they would like literally come together, and we're all gonna be helping each other out. So I really appreciate it to everyone who comes here.
I'm gonna take a quote from Sin Cara. Instead of saying "stay simple," I'm gonna say "stay godly, guys."
Stay godly.
Stay
Stay
godly.
godly. Oh.
Where my Spagoon squad at?
Your
Assemble.
Spagooty-
Squad.
What's your one's yours? Spagooty.
Them
Spag-
cosmic nation
Spag what?
people, they- yeah.
Spag what?
Spagoon squad. Yeah, Spaggle what?
All right, guys.
Alright, later guys.
We are going to be off, so thank you very much for coming out, and I'm just going to end it with the classic.
With the dab?
Well, no. I'm going to say the whole stay focused, stay ferocious, and we'll see you in the next Smashin' Cast.
Alright, later guys.
Oh, I was just going to go caca, but I guess that's not a thing that we do.
Wait, you're in the middle of a dab.
Oh yeah. Caw, go!
Peace out, guys.
Alright, peace out.
Later guys.
You guys are awesome.